Welcome to the Player Way Podcast. I'm your host, Johnny Murr, here, and today joined with Austin Mob Axu, or just Axu. I don't know what he goes by.
Just Axu. I mean, I'm gonna have the Mob Axu on there, maybe, or if I choose to not, but just say Axu. There's no reason for the Mob anymore.
All right, we got Axu, Prater.
Yo.
He's back. All three of us on one screen. Welcome to the Player Way Podcast, ladies and gentlemen, where we talk about video games, reviews, news, topics, whatever it may be. We don't know. We're kind of starting this all back up again because it's been a long time. For those of you, I'm gonna go ahead and address some things real quick. There's been a lot of rumors, going around. A lot of rumors going around that Johnny Murr was retiring from content creation. And while even I, for a moment, thought the rumors were true, I am here to officially confirm I am not retiring yet. So we are back. That's crazy. All right, we are back though. We're gonna be doing a bunch of content here, and every single week it will be us three doing a podcast now. So we're very, very excited about that. But anyway, let's get going. We're not going to waste any time. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends. Do all that good stuff. If you love video games, this is the place to be, man. Doesn't matter what you love. Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, third-party, PC, VR, indie, whatever it may be. We love video games. That's why we're here. We're about to talk about it. So let's get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Game Awards just happened. Like, what?
They did.
Last week? Yeah, like a week ago now.
A week ago.
Yeah.
About a week ago.
Well, we have thoughts. Because a lot has happened. There's been a lot of things that we've learned since then. I actually attended the Game Awards in person this year, so that is definitely an experience I'd love to talk about a little bit. But what we're going to be doing, we're going to be going through talking about the announcements, the trailers, our thoughts on the winners, nominees, all that stuff. And then the second half of this podcast is going to be basically our kind of award show, but it's not really an award show. Like, we're basically just going to do a 2025 recap, talk about our favorite games. We have, like, fun categories like most overrated, most disappointing, our favorite game that didn't release in 2025, just things like that. So we're going to be talking about all that. So if you guys want a just sweet 2025 video game video, this is it. At the end of the year, December, we're talking about all of it, and we're looking ahead a little bit into 2026. But without further ado, man, let's just go ahead and let's jump right into it. By the way, this is like a part one. We do have a part two to this podcast plan where we're going to be like talking about other topics as well, kind of like what our updated top 5 games of all time are, stuff like that, what our updated top studios are, top directors, like just weird things, like top franchises, whatever we want to throw in there. There's no rules, there's no law, we don't really have a guideline. We just want to have fun and talk about video games, so that's what we're going to do. So let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, Prater, Axu, the Game Awards 2025. Top level thoughts. What do we think of the show?
Better after I've thought about it for a little longer. I think I was a little too critical on it because how extremely I was let down by the ending. Like the full ending, by the way, not the Game of the Year ending, the ending, which we can get to. Yeah. And just a couple of things that were missing. But like after I kind of sat and recapped over the last week over a couple of the announcements, more the announcements I think than the winners. I think personally the winners were, everybody could just see everything that was going to go down with Clair Obscur doing what they did. There are a couple that personally I think could have went potentially a different direction if they just broadened it a smidge. But overall, I didn't hate the show, but I didn't love everything about it, but pretty solid once you think about the announcements and how huge it was for, a couple of different, and more than just, the studio Clair Obscur, like, together doing it, but, Jennifer English winning for, like, her performance was huge for me. She's been, she's become one of my favorite voice actors of the last couple of years, being, so entranced by Baldur's Gate, and, now her doing Mael is huge, and she look for Tides of Annihilation that she's going to do next. That looks like that's going to be freaking awesome. Yep. So I'm stoked to see what she does with that, and everybody's reaction to her winning. Also, as pumped as Ben Starr was awesome to see. Even Erika Ishii, whenever she announced it, was like fist pumping for her. So I don't know. pretty cool experience. I think altogether, but I think I was a little too critical at first, just like at the format. It had to bloom on me a little bit.
Sure.
Mm.
Also, what you
That's
feeling?
my take.
I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I think there was some great announcements in there. I think a lot of people just need to realize with Game Awards, you're gonna go in, you're gonna see some things that are relatively soon, and Jeff, nowadays you're gonna see a lot of things that are possibly 5 to 6 years out.
Yeah.
It just kind of is what it is. But if you enjoy Game Awards and you enjoy the industry, that's just kind of what you have to come and expect nowadays. But I think there was a lot of good stuff there, a lot of stuff that I'm interested in. Even if I feel like the one thing that was kind of lacking this event, for a lot of these big things was gameplay. But at the same time, like I said, a lot of these projects are really far out. I mean, half of them I would say are pretty far out, and then half are somewhat relatively close or within the next couple years. But I mean, there's some huge announcements that I came out with really enjoying. And I just think it was a great event. I think Jeff has continued to elevate. I think last year was by far one of the best gaming events we've had. And I think to kind of follow up on that is really difficult. But I feel like for what we had, I think it was great. And I think no matter what you see on the internet, no matter, what you see, just enjoy what you like. And if you like a lot of games and get excited a lot for just anything that interests you, go ahead. Don't let other people convince you that it's not that great just because they may not be as interested as much as you are in these franchises and these games that are coming out, whether they're coming out soon or later in the future. But I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was a great show. I like the awards. I do think it sucked a little that the one game, Expedition 33 won literally everything. Like, I understand it deserves it. I'm not saying that. I mean, it is clearly the game of the year. It's not even close. But I just think a couple awards could have gone to some studios that I really wish would have won an award. But it's not really my decision, and that's not what I go to the Game Awards for. I don't go for the awards. I go for the announcements and to see the gaming community get together and celebrate what's to come for the future. And yeah, that's really about it. So I'd give it 8 out of 10. It's good. It's great.
Yeah. I've thought about this a lot. So I would personally, obviously, I attended it, so I'm definitely gonna be a little bit biased. So, but overall, I would say, like, for me, it's like an 8.5 if I did 0.5s. Truly, I think it is that final, like, last announcement thing that holds it back from a 9 for me. I just can't give it a 9 with the way it ended. It's not great. But what I learned, what I come to realize about this Game Awards is it's a very specific Game Awards. When you look at a lot of the announcements and the fact that there was not a lot of gameplay, it very much is if those announcements, like, if you are into those games, then it's insanely exciting for you. Like, not everyone is going to be hyped for a Star Wars racing game. But if you are, and if you love that, that's like a dream announcement. You know what I mean? Like, that's like a holy moly, I never thought this would happen in a million years. If you are a fan of the Remedyverse, then you are going to be like, oh my gosh, like, absolutely yes. If you are a Star Wars fan, you're going to be like, absolutely yes. Whereas, and the same thing, Baldur's Gate, I feel like you even talk about Larian. It's very obvious Baldur's Gate 3 is massively loved by, like, an insanely huge amount of people. But there are a lot of people also who just couldn't get into Baldur's Gate 3. Like me particularly, right? So if you are a Larian fan or you're a Baldur's Gate fan, again, this show was really good because you got the next Larian game out of it. So I think compared to, like, last year, there's a lot of games last year that's like massive audiences. Like, how are you not going to be excited for a Witcher 4? How are you not going to be excited for Naughty Dog's next game? How are you not going to be excited for a new Elden Ring? Like, there was so much mainstream last year that when you look at this year's announcements, I feel like they're definitely more suited for specific audiences. Looking at Mega Man in the bottom right, not everyone's going to care about a Mega Man game. but because it was one of the bigger ones towards the end, it's like, okay, if you love Mega Man, like that's huge. That's huge. So for me personally, I do feel like this show definitely spoke a little bit towards me specifically. Alan Wake 2 is like one of my favorite games of all time. So getting the next Control game is obviously like one of my favorite announcements ever. The fact that I got experience of that in person as well was great. One thing I will say, the production of the show gets better and better every year. They put on a lot of like live on stage things like leading up to the trailers, which I thought was really, really cool. They do a really good job with that. So just getting to see that in person was really cool. Pragmata, looking at that in the bottom right, everyone, if you've been following this channel for like 5 years now, since that's how long this game's been announced for, you guys know how much I have just been dying to see what this game is. And now that I have seen the game, I am now dying to play this game. So the fact that I got to see that get a release date and a demo announcement was really, really cool. Resident Evil is one of my favorite franchises. I am a massive Star Wars is my favorite like franchise outside of gaming. So it's just like, for me, this show definitely spoke towards me. I am that fan where a Star Wars racing game is like there's no way like that's insane. There are things that I'm not over the moon about, like Divinity. I recognize why Divinity is such a huge announcement, and I'm not taking that away. It is easily, like, if I was to say, like, biggest announcements of the Game Awards, it's like a top 3 announcement, 100%. For me, I'm not, like, jumping out of my seat for it, but it's still a big announcement to me. And it is still something I will try when it comes out. So I think...
I'm definitely shocked that wasn't the Ender. You know what I mean?
Same.
Like,
yeah.
When you think of what we started
That had
with,
such last trailer vibes to it.
yeah, like, and the thing is, you know, Jeff has done it plenty of times. I mean, you start with a game of the year like winner, and then, I mean, a prime example, when we went to Game Awards, you had in 2022, you had Hades 2 get announced, which, I mean, they had been nominated for Game of the Year, and then what ended it? FromSoft with Armored Core 6. I mean, you kind of like look at it, and it's just like, wow, like Divinity, like Larian just kind of was thrown in like kind of like the very beginning, middle-ish. Like they didn't throw that at the end. Like that's a Game of the Year winner, not just a nomination, but a winner.
They also had like the whole statue like hype thing for it, where you know, that market, which, mind you, you know, everybody figured it out like 24 hours before. That's, you know, probably 100% likely what the statue is. So I mean, it kind of buzzkilled it, but to throw it so far up, like when I was going through, I went through a list of recaps and realizing actually how far up in the list of things it went before, it was like, man, like they actually threw that in pretty quick.
I think it was the second game. I think it was the second game, literally. It came after Fate of the Old Republic. It was very quick.
Yeah, it was very quick. So it was, I don't know.
Yeah, it's great. So I will say
the order, did seem a little off, which, you know, we've talked about a little bit, that if Highguard was announced as like the 10th game instead of the last game, you know, would it have been considered, you know, not as bad of a show in people's opinions, all based off of, you know, timing. Yeah. So, yeah.
I will say, I do feel like this is a Game Awards that could age very, very well. Because when I was looking at like the recap and every announcement leading up to this podcast, I realized almost all of them, almost everything is either a reboot or a new IP. Very, very few sequels or things that we know exactly what to expect. The only things that I'd say you know what to expect out of it is the Tomb Raider remake. I'm not even going to say the new Tomb Raider because we don't know exactly what that's going to be yet, but the Tomb Raider remake, and then there was a couple other that I mean, Resident Evil, we kind of know exactly what to expect out of that, but that wasn't even a new announcement. What?
It's the last of 2.
What is that, bro? Everyone keeps saying that. Am I missing that? Like, what is that?
You must be. Yeah, that's the one. It's got Devora Wild. I think that's her name. I know her first name is Devora. I always forget if her last name is actually Wild. But she's in it. I think Ben Starr is going to be in it.
Oh man. I think I know what you're referring to. I don't remember.
I thought that looked really good, mainly because it looks kind of like a Baldur's Gate kind of game.
Oh, I think okay. I think I
Yeah.
know what you're talking
I
about.
think I've realized I'm just not a big fantasy guy. Like, I don't know. I like dark fantasy more than, but even like some dark fantasies don't fully get me in. Fantasy, I don't know.
Did you like the Diablo announcement? Are you a Diablo guy?
Uh, I would only really play it if I have other people. I enjoy playing it if I have other people, but by myself, I don't think I would. But when we played like Diablo 4, I was playing it with Michael and John. I enjoyed it, but we just never got back to it. And I was
I
kind
thought
of
about picking it up to at least maybe play the story, but I'm kind of the same way. I don't know if I want to play it by myself.
yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so back to what I was saying. So like, even if you go to things that feel like very well like known, I don't know the word, quantities, like Fate of the Old Republic, we don't exactly know what to expect from it. We know like what the Old Republic is. We know Casey Hudson, but we don't know what the gameplay is going to look like. We don't know if it's going to be just basically a sequel to Knights of the Old Republic. We don't really know exactly what it is. Same thing with Divinity. We're fully aware of what Larian's capable of, but what exactly is Divinity going to be? Same thing with like, I mean, I could just go through
They
it.
put out some stuff the last day or two about that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah,
then-
confirmed
They
it's definitely going to be
definitely-
turn-based and very heavily like
Mhm.
RPG mechanics from like Baldur's Gate, and then it is a different engine, so they're not using the same Divinity engine they've been using. So I'm curious to see what that's going to mean.
But then you could just go through so many new IPs. Coven of the Chickenfoot, Ontos, Order of the Sinking Star, Exodus, Dungeons and Dragons Warlock, Gang of Dragon. Then
Bradley the Badger.
Bradley
yeah.
the Badgers, Orbitals,
Oh.
Saros, of course, No Law.
Decrepit.
Phantom Blade Zero,
Exodus.
High Guard, right?
These
So
are
there's
pretty much all honorable mentions. I pretty much got every game listed as I go through too. It's like, you know what? When you break them all down, like they all actually seem kind of cool. I
yeah,
don't
like
know.
there's a lot of games. I wouldn't say a lot of these games look
Forest
bad.
3,
Like,
like-
yeah, they all look interesting. So I feel like this is a Game Awards where you if we come back to this like 3 years later, some of these games may actually end up being like way bigger than we currently see them as, because like that Ontos game like has a good studio behind it, but nobody cares because we just don't know what the heck it is, right? So it's just kind of interesting. We don't know exactly how, Gang of Dragon's gonna be, even though we know it's from the creator of Yakuza, but it's like what exactly are we expecting out of it? So 3 years down the line, this Game Awards could end up being aging really, really well, because you take all those new IPs, all those unknown quantities, and then you add in the known quantities. Control sequel, Lego Batman. You have, of course, like your 007, your Resident Evil that showed up here, the Tomb Raiders. So overall, there's a lot of games here. There is a lot of games. Mega Man, right there as well. So it is very unfortunate that the ending is what it is. And for those of you who just maybe didn't watch the show, basically the way it ended, the final announcement of the show, Jeff basically came on stage and was hyping it up, saying how usually the final announcement is a game we announce that's years and years away, and that this time it's going to be different. We're going to announce a game that's coming out really, really soon, and this has been a game made by the developers of Titanfall and Apex Legends, two very, very successful first-person shooters. And they've been working on a game in complete secrecy. And he showed it, and it was a free-to-play hero shooter. And that genuinely was the final announcement of the whole show. Now, before we absolute crap on this game, I will say, as far as hero shooters go, I don't actually think it looks that bad. I think it actually looks kind of fun. The problem is where it was shown off. It was the final announcement of debatably the biggest event in gaming every year. And it was hyped up by Jeff Keighley to be something insane, and it just wasn't. And so no matter how fun the game ends up being, it just leaves a really weird taste in your mouth from the end of the show, because it's just not what you expect out of a final announcement in one of these major shows. If this was one of like the first 5 announcements, the conversation around this show would be entirely different. Because like Jordan said, Divinity was the final announcement, the whole conversation would be so much different. It just really threw everybody completely off. That being said, I'm not jumping on that bandwagon of Highguard's dead on arrival, that like the game is just like garbage, like nobody wants it. Like, I'm still gonna give it a shot because I do think the gameplay actually does look kind of solid. But that being said, am I excited? No, I'm not. So, and that's really the problem, is it just didn't excite anyone. And that's what you want out of a show like this. So for me, I can't give it like a 9 out of 10, even though I absolutely adored my time there, in that there is so many things that speak to me specifically. But as a show, I will say, to me, it's an 8.5. Granted, again, I am biased. I did go there, which was an incredible experience. But yeah. But anyway, let's just go ahead. We'll just go around here and we'll just jump to a couple games that each of us want to talk about. I'll go ahead and go to Jordan first. Jordan, just pick a game and we'll just talk about it here for like next couple minutes.
Yeah. So, how bunk is it that it wasn't Mega Man Legends 3? Am I right?
Oh,
anyway,
man.
I'll get off of it. Man, I unfortunately, I kind of just want to talk about Divinity.
Let's go. Let's do it.
I do, but the only thing is I want to talk about Divinity because it's so everybody knows how much I've absolutely adored Baldur's Gate the last couple of years. I've put 450 hours into the game. I've only beat it once out of that whole time. I've done like 6 different restarts and a couple different playthroughs, and I also use some of the mods that you can change things and it adds certain spells and stuff, and I think that's broken a couple of my saves. So I've had a couple of them just completely like nicks where they just won't load anymore. So there's a couple I've forcefully had to restart, but I've enjoyed every minute of that game that I have, and it's made me go through and get Divinity Original Sin 2 and start playing that. Now that the Enhanced Edition is up now, I fully plan to upgrade because I'm pretty sure I get it free since I have the PS4 disc for Divinity Original Sin 2. And I don't know, I just those types of games, and coming from that studio and just hearing everything about it since the game came out, I'm just super stoked because I've been finding myself more and more, kind of like the exact opposite of Austin's point of view. I found myself more and more into fantasy a lot more often than anything. It just seems to be what I keep finding myself going back to,
and that's
constantly.
All three of us
that
are on the
kind of vibe. Right. And that's so that kind of vibe of from someone that I obviously know is just making things that someone like me wants to play. And it's changing my perspective on certain things too. I don't necessarily mind turn-based as much as I thought I did. Because the only turn-based I was ever really completely prone to was Pokemon. That was it, because it was just real simplistic. Attack. Just back and forth over and over again. But adding a little bit more strategy into it, and it being just like a adaptive kind of turn-based option, and people wanting to adapt different styles of it that, Sandfall obviously did with their dodge and parry mechanics while being like turn-based. So, people are doing really cool stuff with turn-based, and I do wish people wouldn't judge things so quickly on it if they just get into the lore of how good the game is behind just the battle mechanic. Turn-based, might sound, pretty simplistic, or it's just not what I'm into. But if you watch someone strategically play a turn-based game, it's some of the most interesting gameplay on the planet. I feel like, especially something like Baldur's Gate and something like, like how Claire Obscure did it. So I'm really interested to see how they make a game bigger than what they've already did, because it's what they're committing to. They're saying it's going to be bigger than Baldur's Gate. It's going to be a lot like Baldur's Gate, as far as the mechanics and what we're doing with it. So I don't know. I guess I pretty much covered everything because we don't really know much other than that it's a thing. But I am the trailer did make me interested to see if it's a situation where are we going to be in a time around that trailer, or is everything going to be 10 years later and like the whole world's just absolute chaos and there's no like civilization anymore, because I kind of like a good cross, between, like, I don't necessarily want a cold devoid world where everything's chaos the whole time, but maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they're just going to make it this just hell torn battlescape of just nothing but chaos the whole time, but I don't think they will. I think they'll probably add big huge cities and stuff to it, but I'm curious how different it's going to be from Baldur's Gate as far as like area lock, because if you know anything about Baldur's Gate, once you get so far in the game, you cannot go back to the first whole like 2 chapters with the 2 largest maps that you do. Once you get to Baldur's Gate, you're there. So I wonder if they're gonna have that sort of same mechanic with level locking and things like that. But that's probably the biggest takeaway for me. I am really interested to see a couple of them, but if anybody else has anything about Divinity they want to add to, I did just kind of ramble on, but
yeah, for sure. I mean, this is why I wanted all 3 of us on the podcast, because I definitely feel like each of us are gonna have our games that we're way more excited about than others, and just games that we'll be able to actually talk about more than others. And for me, like Divinity is one of them. It's like, would I be lying if I said I wasn't interested? Yeah, because I am interested. Like, even though I did not click with Baldur's Gate, I recognize its greatness. I recognize the talent that Larian has. And I found the trailer of Divinity to be really, like, it was just a wild trailer, It was a wild trailer to, like, where I'm, like, I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy watching the trailer. Granted, there's some crazy stuff in there. But it's the fact of, like, knowing Larian, knowing Baldur's Gate 3, and seeing this awesome, amazing trailer, I am very, very interested. Do I feel like it could be a game that I'll end up loving, or I'll be like exciting, or I'll be like truly excited, like on the edge of my seat for? Time will tell, because to me this is one where I have to see gameplay. I have to know what the story exactly is about. Whereas like someone like Jordan, I don't think they need to show any of that, and Jordan will still be buying it day one and putting in like as many hours as he possibly can, because that's just like the fan of Larian that he is, right? So we all come from a different point of view on certain games, and for me, Divinity is one where I'm excited that it was announced, and I'm excited that it's a thing. Would I say I am personally excited to play it? Only time will tell, but I am very, very interested in it for sure.
I want to know who's in it.
Yeah, like starring
more than anything. Yeah, I want to know who's voicing the characters and stuff, and if it's going to be some good newcomers, or if they're just like working these poor voice actors of the last decade to death, and they just never get a day off. But
I mean, chances of Troy Baker being in it are pretty high.
Hey, I would actually love to see Troy Baker do something like fantasy style like that. In that kind of where he just has to record so many lines.
Yeah.
I would like to see something like that. To see him like improv a like fantasy character and bring his own like bravado to it. I would love to see what he'd do with it.
Yeah. Also, what do you think about Divinity, or just pick the next game to jump to? Whatever.
I don't really have much. I feel like y'all have explained a lot of how you feel. It's just that trailer was so wild. Like it's craziness. I enjoyed the beginning part of like the people actually acting out, and then the people getting brought up into the air and stuff. I thought that was super sick.
Yeah.
I don't really have much. I know I didn't really play Baldur's Gate 3 either. Me and John were supposed to play it a long time ago during a time when we were splitting games, and that did not go well. That actually is the game that broke our friendship apart for a little bit, but
sure.
It is what it is. But here we are. We're still back on the podcast together. But I don't have much to say. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about Divinity. I think I just need to see more, and I'll see how I feel when more stuff comes out. Because, like I said, I'm at the point where even if I'm not the most interested, who knows? Maybe someone can convince me to try something, and I may end up really enjoying it. Yep. So who's to say? Even if I'm not that interested, someone's like, "Yo, just try it, just play it with me or something," and I'm like, "Okay, let's just do it. Why not?"
Yep. All right. So what's the next game, Austin? What do you want to jump to?
Phantom Blade Zero.
Oh, wow.
I want to talk about Phantom Blade Zero because
the people I sat behind the developers of Phantom Blade Zero.
Yeah, that's quite funny. I didn't know you'd be that close up. I thought you'd get a little closer, but I didn't think you'd get like You were on the bottom floor, like
Yep,
middle-ish.
we
it
were on
seemed
the
like.
the floor level.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, Phantom Blade. I love, and I think John knows for sure. I love me some action games. When an action game is like an 8 out of 10, oh man, I'm in love. Like I love action games, and this is one that I'm really praying for. I love the idea of what they got going. The combat is so unique, so fast. It looks really, really good, and I'm hoping it plays as good as it looks. Which I have faith the combat's going to hit. I think the one thing that I definitely hope they can nail is hopefully it's a interesting enough story and concept to keep you going, because there's definitely a lot more to this game than I thought. There's a lot more areas to explore. It seems like you'll be traveling throughout a world where there's more locations to dive into and experience the combat. I've heard from the basic synopsis of this game is that you're like a samurai who only has like 66 days to live or whatever. It's something like that. And that's like like the very short synopsis of
So
what
it's
I have
Expedition
heard.
33
And
times 2.
kind of, yeah.
That's crazy.
And I find that really interesting. So I am a huge person of like ticking like a timer of like how long you have left to live or whatever, because it is just a concept that I enjoy, because it is
That's
my
just
biggest
life.
fear is you well, yeah, it's my biggest fear in life as well as death. So it's like having a concept like that with time I've always enjoyed. Um and I'm just really excited for it. September, I think, is a date that I'm not shocked about. I was kind of wondering if it was going to come out next year. A lot of people were speculating this was like a 2028 game, and I was like, bro, like let's really not do this. But then when I was like, they're going to show the release date, I'm like, it's got to be at least next year. But I hope they take enough time to polish up the game, and I just hope it plays as good as it looks. Because I want an action game that is really going to like blow up. Because I feel like when it comes to action games, it's very hard, I think, to make an action game that stands out above the rest. I mean, you have your Devil May Cries and stuff, but still, like a game that I think has as much popularity as a Devil May Cry now, but didn't feel like it hit everyone on the same way was like Black Myth Wukong. Because like in terms of how much it sold, it was fantastic. But I still feel like not to everyone, it was like one of the absolute top, one of the best action games you'll ever play ever.
To me, it was.
To some people, yes. To some, yeah, like to some like half of the world, yes. To half of the others, I'd say no.
Yeah.
But I want another action game where I feel like everyone can definitively be like, oh my gosh, this is one of the best action games. This is one of the most creative ones ever, and this is really gonna hit.
Yeah.
So I'm praying for this game. I really hope this team S game. I wish them good luck, and I'll be playing in September. So
Yeah. I'm very, very excited for this game, and it's I was gonna kind of use Black Myth Wukong as like a big jumping off point, because Black Myth Wukong is part of the reason I am as excited for this game as I am, because to me it looks very much like Black Myth Wukong, just maybe even a little more flashy in some ways, with just crazy animations, crazy character designs, crazy environments, taking a lot of the Chinese culture and just look aesthetic of things and just going wild with it. And to me, that's exactly what I
China's
want.
cooking.
Yeah, China do be cooking. And yeah, I've actually that's one region of games that I've just been getting more and more attached to, like as years have gone by. For those of you who don't know, Black Myth Wukong is like one of my favorite games ever now. And this game just screams that. I'm just like Austin. I love action games. Devil May Cry is one of my favorite action games. And so to me, like this screams everything that I love about action and combat and just fast pace, like awesome aesthetically pleasing, like culture representations when it comes to games. So for me, like this is an absolute slam dunk. Like I would not be shocked if this is one of my favorite games come next year. And One thing I did realize, which is kind of funny, and you'll kind of see this in a little bit of my updated list of my favorite games of all time. 4 out of my top 5 games have the like Black Myth Wukong camera angle. Like if you think of like Ghost, Death Stranding, and Returnal, they're all third person, but they're not over the shoulder. They're kind of like a little bit like just behind them in a little bit. And like so many of my favorite games have that camera angle. So like I feel like any game that has that camera angle has a very good shot that I'm gonna love it. Like it just seems to be a common trend with like so many of my favorite games ever. And so like just the fact that it is basically Black Myth Wukong, but completely different, and that's what's really interesting about it. Is it doesn't just look like Black Myth Wukong, but it feels like Black Myth Wukong, but it's nothing like I wouldn't even compare the two outside of the fact that they are both Chinese and they're both action games. I feel like they're completely different concepts, completely different gameplay systems. It's just they're very similar in structure, and so I'm all the way on board for this game, for sure. Jordan, how you feel?
It does look really good. Black Myth Wukong definitely humbled me quite a few times. I didn't go through and beat it. I played through the first like 3 chapters or something like that. But still, really terrific game. Phantom Blade does look extremely interesting. I do love the things that I did see, relative to Black Myth on there, where there's the I guess you probably learn the mechanics of the enemies that you defeat, because you get that concept in that trailer where you see the guy like chug the alcohol and then he's all like drunk and like harder to hit, and like later and then like later in the trailer like your character has that. So that's I like that mechanic that they seem to be doing more and more with those kinds of games, where it's like I not only am I going to beat you, but like I get to be you after I beat you. And I think that's a really cool thing to like keep implementing more and more like dramatically into games. So that does look really good. And I hope it's one that I like stick to, is kind of like more than anything, is one that I play enough that I like stay with it, because often in those games I find myself usually tapping out if I lose a couple of too many times on those, or I just get caught up playing other things that I just want to play, because man, like I don't want to try that hard today. I kind of just want to pop this on for a couple hours and then go to bed. I'll just find myself getting hooked. It's usually when I end up playing Baldur's Gate is when I get tired of trying so hard. They're like, I'll just pop on a campaign of Baldur's Gate real quick, and then I'm it's just so chill and casual. But Phantom Blade looks really good, and I'm actually curious to see how big like the explorative parts on it, because I know it's probably not definitely going to be like a full open world concept of it, but there's the part where like you're in like a boat that you're driving around, so like I wonder if that's like a thing you get to use more often, if that's the traversal part, like you're just there's like open waters of different parts that you're going to. So I'm curious to see how they're doing that, if they're going to try to make it seamless by not doing so many loading screens or what. So
I do know that they have confirmed it is a linear game, and I do know that they have confirmed it's not like a Souls, so it's not like difficult in a way. Like it'll probably be like Devil May Cry challenging, where it's like it's tough, but it's not like miserable. Like they're out to make you die multiple times. So it's definitely going to be a different experience than something like Black Myth Wukong, which is what I was saying. Like it very much looks like Black Myth, but I have a feeling it's going to be nothing really.
I think
like
the best
Black
way
Myth.
to explain it is it's going to be a faster paced, like a Stellar Blade, is how I like to think about it.
That's a good comparison.
In terms of like combat, it'll be a lot faster with your swings and stuff, but I feel like in terms of difficulty, I feel like it's going to be around there. It's not going to be like overly difficult to the point where it's like, oh my gosh, like a Souls like, but it's also not going to be like.
Hey, Stellar Blade had its moments. You speak for yourself.
Stellar Blade did have its
I
moments.
love Stellar Blade. That's a 9 out of 10 for me.
That game definitely had its hard moments for me. I don't know.
It did. There were some fights that were really hard, but I like that it didn't feel like a Souls like.
Sure, yeah.
So that's where I think it'll be at, though, in terms of like difficulty.
Yeah.
So But I am curious on the exploring part. That's the one thing I'm a little curious. I want to see a little bit more on. But besides that, I mean, I think they got a good foundation, a good base. I love another small detail that I think is going to really help the combat is like if you guys remember the QTE sequences in the middle, like the guy throwing a big
Oh,
spiked ball at him, and like you'd have moments where you would have to like click mash circle when it gets on. I like stuff like that because it enhances the combat a lot.
Yeah.
I'm very curious the ideas that they're working with, and I'm very excited. So
my one concern when it comes to combat is there are some attacks that you do that is so animation heavy that like there can be times in some combat games or action games where like you will do something and you're kind of just like stuck in an animation for like a little while, and it could like become like a little like annoying, or like at a time like if like a hitbox or like you get like attacked like mid animation and you like can't cancel or something like that, because there is so much animation going on in Phantom Blade Zero. It's unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
I think it depends on the move, because we've seen trailers where like you're consistently like sometimes you're just swinging till you're like you got
literally,
no stamina. Like,
literally
a stamina bar in this game sometimes don't even feel like it's gonna exist.
right.
Like,
Exactly. All right, but anyway, let's go ahead and jump to our next game. I'm gonna go ahead and jump straight to easily actually it's not even my game of the show. It is my most anticipated game now, 100%, being Control Resonant. Resonant. Man, okay, so this is a long story, because truly this trailer is exactly what
Beating
I
out
expected.
Sorrows, huh?
Yeah, and it comes down to like Alan Wake 2 is my third favorite game of all time. And it has overtaken Returnal for me. And it truly is, because personally, like, story is like my favorite aspect about games. Like, and that's why my top 3 is what they are. And so for me, the Remedyverse is just like, even though I know it's not technically a franchise, like the Remedyverse is like my favorite like franchise, like thing that I can't wait for the next installment. Like, I would rather the next Remedy game than the next Ghost game or the next like Death Stranding game, just because like the Remedyverse, every game is so different. Every game is so good. It's unbelievable. Control is nothing like Alan Wake, and from what it looks like, Control Resonant is nothing like either of them. And that is what's so amazing, because they're all connected and they all feel like they have the same DNA, even though they're nothing really alike outside of the world. And what is the world? Absolute insanity. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And there is no rules, there is no boundaries that Remedy will not cross, and that's what's so exciting. We got a whole musical act in Alan Wake 2. Like, there's no rules for this thing. And listen, there was a DLC for Alan Wake 2 called The Lake House. If you found the secret Easter egg, like the secret moment within the DLC, you basically got your first ever teaser for Control 2, which is now Control Resonant, not Control 2. And I remember when I saw that teaser, the images and the little glimpses and clips that I saw, I genuinely told myself, I'm like, if that game looks like this game is going to be a masterpiece. And I'm happy to confirm, this trailer was exactly what I was expecting. It is exactly what I was. It looks like Doctor Strange, mind-bending, warping reality, like the coffee cup, like turning into like multiple things into a circle, the like bird flying into screen, freezing, and then like creating this like crazy spiral effect. You see like taxi cars driving upside down. You got like skyscrapers going sideways, up and down. And then you got the main character, which I honestly thought was going to be Jesse. So it kind of surprised me.
People thought that.
Yeah,
A
I'm
lot of
honestly
people.
really surprised that it's not Jesse. I do think Jesse is going to be in this game. And I do think you will be playing as her as well. At the very end of the trailer, which is also why I love the Remedyverse and why I love this trailer specifically, is because its fan base is super powerful. I've just seen so many theories all over social media. Like, people eat the Remedy games up. And I've just seen theory after theory after theory. At the end of the trailer, you do see Jessie flying into some kind of like void thing, and you're like, where is she going? Like, where is she going? My theory, she's going to get Alan Wake. That's my theory, because if you dig into the lore and everything, I'm pretty sure Dylan is ending up in a place in between reality and the dark place or something like that. And so we all know they've been building to something. Remedy has been building to some kind of universe like crossover thing between Alan Wake, Control, and whatever else they're introducing. Didn't know they were going to be introducing a whole new branch to this whole storyline, because now we have Dylan as a main character. Where is Saga playing into all this, right? So things are going crazy. This game is not what anyone expected. We're going basically action adventure with it being like almost like a hack and slash, but it's not a hack and slash. It's just an action like game. It's just like your Ghost of Yotei, like, you know, Jedi Survivor type gameplay. And I think that's really exciting because, number one, Remedy's never really done something like that, so it's always exciting for Remedy trying something new. But B, it looks sick. The weapon he has, the moment when he like kind of like flicks his arm and like detaches like some of the sword, and then he like sucks it into his chest. Like, this is so cool. It's so cool looking. And then he turns it into some giant hammer and starts swinging it. And then you got like all these aerial combos that he's doing through the sky. It's like you're getting the Control awesome action, crazy world, like feeling like you have superpowers, but then you're getting the Alan Wake, like, what is going on? Where are we going? Like this, like, storytelling, characters, like theories galore. I truly do think that this game has a shot at being one of Remedy's best, if not their best. And I have seen immense amount of hype for this game. And I like Remedy has, outside of their live service attempt, like, they have no reason to have any doubt. And so for me, like, I truly do think that this game is going to be something special. And I cannot wait. And the fan in me, I just can't wait to see where the story goes. The moment we finally get the actual crossover between the branching point between all these characters and all these storylines that Remedy's been building, it's going to be an immaculate moment. That's going to be like an Avengers Endgame moment for so many people. And I am all along for that ride, man. What do y'all think about Control Resonant?
I mean, just look at the trailer and, like, tell me that it doesn't look good. I mean, I'm just happy that it was here. I told John, I said, hey, I truly believe there's a good shot you're going to see Control 2. He's like, nah. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just say it. I really do think you got a good shot of seeing it. And I'm glad I was correct, because I feel like I wish I was there and I would have seen it, because like that trailer looks so good. I've always had Control on my list of games I want to play. I mean, it's literally going to be the next one I play after I finish South of Midnight that I've been playing. So I'm super excited to finally like get into it. But I mean, it's everything that I feel like I also like in video games. I like me some action games. I love mind-bending psychological stuff. Like, I'm in love with that kind of stuff. And I mean, Alan Wake 2 is amazing. I feel like based off Alan Wake 2, the last game they put out, I mean, there's no reason to not believe that this has the potential of being just as good or even better than Alan Wake 2. I have a lot of confidence in Remedy. I mean, Control 1 has a lot of love to it. I just hope the one thing that they can do is, I do remember, didn't Control 1 have a little bit of issues on launch? Was that one of its like only problems that it suffered?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I
just hope I hope it's not too early to where it's like, let's not ship this out too early and let's make sure it's polished.
I will say, I
100%,
can't believe it's 2026. I really do not expect
that is crazy.
This early. I really did. Like, I thought the Max Payne remakes were the next thing we were getting from Remedy. Nope. Not even shown off yet. Like, we got the trailer and the release before Max Payne has even been announced. So it's just like, what the heck? Yeah, so it definitely came out of nowhere for sure. Jordan, how do you feel about Control Resonant?
I wish I liked the franchise more, just because I've never played either of them. I never played Control. I've never played the Alan Wake games. I can't say I've never played Control. I played the first like hour, 2 hours of it when like everything's kind of happening in like the office building
Yeah.
or whatever. Like I've gotten to that part, but I never played it any thoroughly through. But I can't put down the fact that the game looked incredible. I was trying to figure out what the hell was going on with that weapon the whole time that he was doing. Like I said, because that's the one part that stood out to me is when he like had it and then like broke part of it off, and it was like, what are you doing? Like that's so like, okay, now what? Like and why did you have to break it? Like it was kind of an intriguing thing. Like is it like did you break it just to shape it? Was it something, was it like a mechanic or something in it, or did it just look cool and that was why they put it in the trailer? Definitely different gameplay because of all the combat and stuff that's going to be in it. I'm very sort of intrigued to see how they advance on that, because I know a lot more of it, which it's more flashlight in like Alan Wake and like gun, right, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and then like Control, she has like telekinesis powers and crap in that, right? Yeah, so it's I am I'm stoked to see them like you were saying, like trying different things with it and just like kind of pushing their own boundaries. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll lock in a little bit and play some backlog stuff, because especially being friends with you the last couple of years and all the praise you've given Remedy. It's definitely one of those ones I feel like I need to give it its due diligence. So
you'll be hearing Remedy in our next podcast for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, no, game looks great. Looks incredible. It really does. So.
I will say, like, I feel like Remedy and the community and like reputation that they've built, it's like everything they do just kind of like, it just feels like they're just like feeding their fan base, like they're just giving them things to like run with. Because like in the trailer, for those of you who don't know, Dylan, who is the main character of Control Resident, he is Jesse's brother, and so one line in the trailer is your sister's gone rogue. Obviously, Jesse's not a bad person. At least we don't think so. I guess it depends whose perspective you're looking through. So the question is, what does that mean? Like, I think it just poses such an interesting question. Why are we even playing as Dylan? Like, what is going on with Jesse? Why, like, where is she? And it's just really, I did see a funny post. It was like, okay, so we have a telekinesis game with like a super powered gun, and now we got this crazy Doctor Strange reality bending melee combat guy who can form a giant hammer and blades. What is Alan Wake gonna do against these people? like he's got a flashlight and a gun, bro. Like, what's going on here?
And then be real smart about it.
Saga Anderson's just gonna be like, FBI freeze. You know what I mean? Like, it's just gonna be like,
he's gonna pull out his book, bro. He's gonna start writing. He's like, this is how I died.
Yeah, man.
I was in the dark place and got killed by Dylan and Jesse.
Oh man, it's great. I will say, whenever the crossover eventually does happen, I wonder what kind of game it's going to be. Like, what is the gameplay going to be for that game? Because all three games have very different gameplay. So are you literally just going to put every single gameplay format into one game and it just be like this megaton game? Or is it just going to, like, are they just going to pick one and roll with it? Like, I really don't know.
They're just going to pull something out of left field. It's going to be like a strategy world builder game.
That's great. Yeah. I love it.
So are you predicting we're gonna see Alan in Control 2?
Yes.
In Control Resident?
I think we see all the characters. I think we don't see Saga.
At least implied, maybe.
Oh, see, but even that, I feel like you need Saga now. I think for sure we're gonna see Jesse. She's in the trailer.
I have a prediction.
I think we see Alan though. I think we have to see Alan.
Yeah, I think in the game, because you've went rogue, I think we're gonna see a brother and sister fight.
Yes,
I think 100%. You're gonna have to fight one of them for sure.
Yep, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe the game will make you choose.
Oh. Yeah.
Fight one as the other, or one as the other. That'd be cool.
Oh, see, okay, Austin, have you played the DLC for Alan Wake 2?
No, but I am going to play it eventually.
Have you played any of the DLC, like the first or the second one? Okay. There is one character in the DLC which there was a little whole episode where for like an hour and a half you are just jumping from like multiverse to multiverse. You play as a certain character, and he interacts with Jesse a lot. I wouldn't be shocked if he's also in the game. And so I don't know. Like, I 100% agree with you. We are gonna have a brother sister fight. We are gonna have a collision fight, and my guess is somebody's gonna break it up. And my guess would probably be Alan Wake. But you know what, dude? They've built this so amazingly. Like, you do not see this in video games ever. Like, these like weird like MCU type things where it's like just all these different franchises like having so much to do with one another, but have nothing to do with each other at the same time. Like, it's crazy, man. It's unbelievable.
Nah, bro, it's like they're fighting, and then it's like stop, and it's like they look, and it's Max Payne.
Dude, I swear, it'd be amazing. I swear. Oh man, but
just combine them all. Just put them all in there.
Oh, dude, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna be like an Avengers Endgame moment. Like, dude, like it's gonna be like just no way. Is that who I think it is? Oh my gosh! And then Saga's gonna pull up out of her FBI truck, and then like Max Payne's gonna drop down. It's just gonna be craziness, bro. Oh man. But
Saga's the other character you play in Alan Wake 2, right?
yes, yeah, she's the
Okay.
the female FBI agent. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, man. But what a trailer, and I'm over the moon excited for it, man.
Hope it releases next year.
I know. I'm really worried it would get delayed, but they've been tweeting about it like every day since the announcement. Like 2026, here comes wishlist now. Like, they've been tweeting every day, so they seem really confident in it. But all right, so we're about an hour in, so let's just go ahead. We'll just do some rapid fire ones. We'll go around again in the same order. Just say a game that was announced and just give your top level thoughts. We're not gonna go super deep into it. Let's just jump around to some things that we're excited about.
D&D Warlock.
Okay.
For I think the obvious reasons. I mean that pretty much everything else that I've gone into. Yeah, I'm really starting to branch into the D&D world like a little bit, and finding like respect for the writing and the things that they're doing around it, to the extent that I kind of want to like learn to play the game extremely and just start a session and be the DM, not even like just learn as a player. Like I kind of just really want to like go hard and like dungeon master a like campaign. I think that'd be like really cool if I could get some people to do that. So yeah, I don't know. I thought that looked really good. A lot of the fantasy stuff was really like my big highlights. I've got tons of honorable mentions, things that looked really good. I think, which is pretty much just about every other announcement.
Yeah.
Honestly, and then the one oddball that I'll throw out there, and then we can call my list done. I actually really am intrigued to see how decent Free Shepherd is.
Oh, nice! I'm glad you shouted that out. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, I actually like that being like the first thing that came out. I was like, I'm kind of intrigued. Like, how broad of a thing is that going to be, or is it going to be a simplistic thing? Is there going to be some replayability maybe with it? Like, who knows? That was the one that I thought kind of looked cool.
You'll actually hear me bring this game up later in this podcast, but I played Herdling this year, and which is a indie game where you are literally just moving with a herd of animals, trying to protect them and get them to where they need to be, and it reminded me very much of that. I really enjoyed Herdling, so I'm very much looking forward to this one for sure. Awesome, man. All right, Austin, go ahead and name a couple.
Orbitals, beautiful, like I don't even know what era of anime, 70s, 80s, just beautiful anime art style. I'm calling them now Haze-likes in terms of Andy Cortez, based on what a beautiful like name to just name, because I mean it is they literally Hazelight is the king of the your couch co-op games, so it's like. And it's the same thing, platform couch co-op games. I mean, it looks beautiful. I hope it's, very good, and also being published by Kepler. You know what Kepler just published recently? The game of the year that just won this year. So, I mean, I really hope, I think that one looks super interesting, and hopefully that game's pretty dang good.
I will say, I have a hot take. I didn't really care for orbitals. It didn't really do anything for me, really. That's just me. I do really like
'Cause
the
it's
art style.
anime.
No, I do actually really like the art style, and I could definitely see why. I just for me, I don't know. For me, it just like to me it came across as a Haze like it truly is just someone trying to do what Haze like does. That being said, I'm not saying it'll be bad, but to me, it just didn't really do much for me personally.
Yeah, I'd argue we don't get enough of them, which is why I like that we're getting more. It's like,
That's good. That's good.
I feel like we definitely need more of those.
I agree with that.
I think I'll say specifically for me because it's next year, the Tomb Raider remake. I think that looks pretty dang good. I love what they've done with Lara Croft. I think she looks fantastic. Looking pretty hot if you ask me. But I'd be interested to trying out Tomb Raider, and I think the remake is going to be pretty good. And then I'll say one more because I know John's going to say the other one. So I'm going to say one that I think I kind of wish was in the main show. I wish it wasn't in the pre-show because I've heard a lot of people talking about this one. Bradley the Badger looks very unique and interesting. It's like oh man, it's like really hard to describe. It's like a little Big Planet platform, like 3D platformer, but like has a lot of stuff going for it. It's got a lot of like super cool concepts, a lot of really like funny and cute Easter eggs throughout it.
Badgerborn. The last Badger.
The last Badger.
Yeah. It's a very cool concept, and I think they had a really, really good trailer. I think the trailer was
the trailer
sick.
The trailer did a good job of showing off, I think, exactly what it wanted to pull off. So.
100% agree with you there.
I'd say that'll be all I say because there's a lot of other stuff I'm somewhat interested in. Like I know Forest 3 like threw me off because I was like, that's Sons of the Forest. Like,
dude, I couldn't believe it. I was like, what?
When I saw that, I was like, wow, okay, they're just stepped up. Like
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
In the audience, when it popped up Forest 3, I swear I heard like everybody in unison. I heard the loudest huh like ever, man.
Yeah.
Like, everyone was just like, what? Like what? That's Forest? This ain't no forest. We're on like a moon or something. Like what are we doing? Like what?
Oh, yeah, man, it was definitely like one of the moments where you're just like,
okay,
what?
Cool.
Like what are we talking about here?
Yeah, for sure. All right,
small shout out Tank Rat.
Oh, and of course the GOAT. And I mean, everyone's gonna say how it is. I didn't love this character. Like, I mean, I loved this character before, but apparently when he turns 48 to 50 years old, apparently I love him even more. God, Leon looks good. Thank goodness everything was real. Leon's in RE9. Oh man, RE9's gonna be peak.
He should have had a beard.
And I think he's gonna get it later on because in the screenshots on PlayStation, he's got a beard. I think he gets it a little later. But Leon, oh man, he looks good.
But yeah, Tank Rat looked cool.
And if y'all say he looks ugly, or say he don't look as good as when he's younger, man, he's something. Leon looks good. That's all I'm gonna say.
I was literally just about to bring up Leon as my next one. Yeah, Leon showing up in Resident Evil was easily one of my moments of the night. Resident Evil 9 is like right behind Sorrows for me. Top 3 most anticipated game. Resident like. Austin Lee just said it. It looks peak. I don't think it looks peak. I think it looks perfect. Honestly, I like. There's nothing I don't think looks absolutely amazing about that game. So I'm very, very much looking forward to Resident
Not enough Dimitrescu.
Be quiet. Anyway, let's go ahead.
Oh, boy.
Let's I'll go ahead and throw out a couple, and then we'll just list off the rest. Star Wars: Fate of the Old Republic. I mean, we got to talk about it. Casey Hudson, the original director of the 2 Knights of the Old Republic games and the original Mass Effect trilogy, is coming back to make a whole new Old Republic Star Wars RPG. Like, what more do you want? You know,
I thought it was going to be a Star Wars where you were Rey when I was first.
Dude, we all thought it was Rey too, and then it just wasn't. I will say, like,
I mean, it might be.
Who knows, man?
That'd be weird if they did it, but it might be.
The timeline would be so construed. But
they're just doing stuff.
They've
now
done
in that
worse
universe sometimes. So.
But yeah, I will say, like, even though it is Casey Hudson, even though it is the Republic, like this is one like we're just gonna have to wait and see how it turns out. Obviously, the excitement is gonna be through the roof no matter what because of what it is. But I think judging quality is not exactly possible right now, just because we haven't necessarily gotten a good Casey Hudson game in a while, and we haven't gotten an Old Republic game in a while. We haven't gotten a Star Wars RPG in a while. So it's just one. It's kind of like the Metroid Prime, where it's like it should be in the 90s, but like how is 2025 gonna react to that? You know what I mean? Like how is the modern age of gaming going to receive that? So it'll just be kind of interesting to see how that one plays out. But no doubt the excitement is through the roof. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in. It's right there in the bottom right. Tomb Raider Catalyst. We saw pretty much nothing, but we are getting a new Tomb Raider game, so that is cool. I will say, I think Tomb Raider showing as a whole, this show was really, really well done. Announcing the brand new game for 2027, so we still have plenty of time, and I like that they are taking their time with it. And then in the meantime, we have a remake of the original coming out next year. So we're kind of getting a nice 1-2 punch of Tomb Raider, and Tomb Raider is finally back. It's been gone since 2017. So really happy that is happening. I said earlier,
As the only one here who was alive when the first one came out.
Probably not. When did the original come out?
Yeah.
96.
Yes.
So calm down,
heck
Austin.
no.
Most definitely.
No.
As the only one alive when the original came out, I'm stoked to see it reskinned over and
Yeah.
see what they do to like adapt newer gen stuff into it. So
For sure. I will just say, Star Wars Galactic Racer, man, that game is going to be an absolute blast. That game is going to be an absolute. It's made by Need for
hoping that's
Speed
one that
and
doesn't
Burnout
fizzle.
people. Like, come on, that's going to be crazy. It really does come
my
down
only
to,
concern is that they won't do enough for that one.
Yeah, I'm worried about like content or like what the game is
Yeah.
going to offer. Like if it is just straight up an arcade racer, it'll like have its moment and then it'll kind of just go away. But
Well, they
Like,
said
is it going to be one of those like battle pass situations where it's only good if you like only play the online ranked mode and you pay $20 every 3 months? Like, hey, I'm hoping they don't try to squeeze anything like that out of it, but we'll see.
I'm pretty sure I've heard they confirm there's going to be like a single player story mode.
oh, see, that'd be awesome.
Hope so.
One of my
So-
favorite, dude. One of my most like
Saboba.
underrated games. Oh yes, Saboba was cool. One of my most underrated games of last generation was a Star Wars Squadron.
As the only one alive when the Phantom Menace and when the
One of my,
All right, chill out,
I loved Star Wars Squadrons last generation, which is basically a Star Wars game, which was just flying, like it was just flying. But they had like a single player story mode in it. I love flying in Star Wars, and so that was like just a fun little experience for me. So if it's anything like that, yeah, I'm completely down. And then one more I'll throw out there, just because I mean we have to. Mega Man, Mega Man is back.
Oh yeah.
Capcom is my goat. I freaking love Capcom so much. Again, you'll be hearing me talk about Capcom next podcast for sure. But yeah, Mega Man is back. I will say I wasn't blown away by the gameplay, but to me, I just wanted new Mega Man, and that's what we're getting.
So did
I'm
I.
excited. So, be
I think-
quiet,
I think
Jordan.
we
they almost did it. They almost did it though. They gave us new Mega Man. They just didn't give us the Mega Man the world really wants.
I think we need to put him back on the map. I mean, the last game was 2018. I think we just need to put him back on the map, and I think Capcom needs to just see how it goes, see the reception, and be like, okay, what's our next step? Because it seems like what most people want is if we're gonna make another Mega Man game, if it's gonna stay 2D, we need a different art style. Or you could do what I feel like most of the community wants is a 3D, but then that comes down to, okay, what are we gonna do for that? You know?
I can tell you exactly what you can do for that. There's a whole story that already has 2 games prior to it that set up what to do for that. The second game literally has a cliffhanger ending, Austin. I can tell you exactly what to do for that. Legends 3, that's what the world wants. It's probably never going to happen. And when it does, it's going to make me buy a Switch 2 because it's going to be a Switch 2 exclusive. Watch.
For context, Austin, Mega Man Legends is 3D Mega Man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I will say, like,
Look them up. Look them up. They're good.
Capcom
good.
has some of the best, like, they have the best Twitter accounts ever. Like, they have been posting some of the most banger tweets ever. Like Okami responding to someone being like, "Oh, maybe Okami, maybe this is more to your liking," with like gun and ball, like a basketball and a gun, because like the whole gun and ball thing. And then Pragmata tweeting right after Mega Man was announced, like, "Look at us, we're not a Mega Man game. Y'all can be quiet now."
Yeah.
I love Capcom's. I love their Twitter. Like they're goated. They're so good.
And then I'll just rapid fire 3 just because I do want to shout him out. Saros got a story trailer. Obviously, Saros is my like second most anticipated trailer. I was really pleasantly surprised that it was getting a story trailer because the Returnal's not story heavy. So the fact that Saros getting a story trailer was really cool, and it looked good. And then I really wanted to shout out Gang of Dragon. I was actually I really enjoyed that trailer. It was just a fun trailer, like, honestly. And then the last one I wanted to shout out, what was it? I was just looking at it and then I lost it. What was it? It was Ace Combat 8. I don't know if I like that game or not.
That looked really good.
But it looked cool, and
I have that written down to my honorable mentions. That looks really good.
For a Bandai game.
Yeah. Like,
I
it was
didn't
just
play
a
it, but that was
pleasant
like, man, this
surprise.
looks sick.
Yeah,
Like,
it was just such a pleasant surprise and delight, as kind of funny says. It says a lot. Like, it just came out of nowhere, and I'm like, yo, that actually looks kind of cool. Like, I would play that. Like, it looks kind of fun, dude. But yeah, so, but there you go. There were all the Game Awards announcement. I mean, there was more, but those are all the, I guess, notable ones that we wanted to talk about. All right, so now we're gonna go to the second part of this podcast. We're not gonna take too long on this, but we're gonna give it a little bit of time. We're gonna just gonna recap the year 2025, our favorite games, our least favorite games, our whatever we want to shout out, games that just came out. We're just gonna talk 2025 video games. We're just kind of gonna bounce around the place. I did come up with like a bunch of like fun little categories that we can talk about, which will probably help the conversation in some ways, just bounce around. But let's just go ahead and start out very classic, y'all. Top 3 games of 2025. Go. Jordan, hit it.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Death Stranding 2, Clair Obscur.
Austin.
From top to bottom, number 1, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Number 2, Dispatch. Number 3, Shinobi Art of Vengeance.
Wow. All right. For me, number 1, Death Stranding 2. Number 2, Ghost of Yote. Number 3, I'm gonna go Hades 2, probably. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'll probably go Hades 2.
We all.
Yup.
Okay.
Yeah, that was easy. Yay! Good. 2025, everybody. Yay!
Yeah.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. So, hang on. Yours, Jordan, was Kingdom Come Deliverance, Death Stranding, and
Clair Obscur.
okay. Austin, what was yours again?
Expedition 33, Dispatch, and then Shinobi Art of Vengeance.
Dang it, we all had 7. I was gonna say if we had like 6 did different games, there's your play of the way game of the year nominees right there.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
But we had 7 different games. All right. So let's go ahead. What are some? If you were to do like honorable mentions to your top 3 games of 2025, what are some of your honorable mentions?
I have one. Silent Hill F would be one of my honorable mentions. For me.
I have that as one that I respect heavily because of how much I watched of it. I just haven't played it. But I've seen some gameplay of it. I've seen some scenes. The voice acting in it is terrific. Some very brutal, like, horror scenes, like, to it. Also, like, that aspect. And the puzzle mechanics in some of it just seemed like really well done. So, yeah, so Silent Hill looked really good. And Dispatch was one for me too. I don't play a lot of Telltale style things like that. But I watched a couple of playthroughs, and I think I might actually try to play it. Well, I really only watched one, and then like a couple clips of other stuff. But I think I actually, even though watching a playthrough, I might actually play it myself and kind of see what differentiating things I could maybe get in it to sort of see how other mechanics are. But yeah, those are two probably ones for me also.
Yeah.
But you, John?
This is a really hard one because when you get into honorable mentions, I feel like I have like 10 in this category. Like
there was a lot of good stuff. I mean, I have other because like to me, Expedition 33 is my only 10 this year. It's the only game that I've played that I genuinely like consider a 10. There are a lot of them are really close. But I have a lot of other 9s. I mean, I have Hades 2 on there. I have
I have
Silksong.
so many 9s. I have so many 9s.
Yeah, there's a lot of games I consider to be like amazing this year.
I think I only have 2 10s for 2025, being Death Stranding and Hades probably. Yeah, I think that's probably right. Yeah. I'd probably stand by that. After further thought about it, I love Ghost of Yote so much, but I wouldn't say it's a 10 out of 10. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I love it like a 10 out of 10, but I don't think it is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Sure.
The one, so I just kind of got to go with my heart here in terms of honorable mentions. Obviously, I'll shout out more later. I'm actually going to say Blueprints. I've really grown to like truly adore this game. When I first heard about it, I didn't care. When it came out, it got glowing reviews. I played it. At first, I was like, okay, I get why people like it. It may not be for me. Then I slept on it. I woke up and I was like, I think I understand what this game is. I went home and I got so locked into it. It was unbelievable. And I really, really enjoyed my time. But then even then, like a month later, I was like, yeah, man, it was a great game, but I wouldn't say it was one of my favorites. It wasn't until I had a friend come over and I had him try it, and I was just watching him trying to figure it all out and just watching his experience play when I truly realized, I'm like, wow, I think I genuinely love this game, like, so much. Like, I think it's so special what Blueprints is. So I would say that for honorable mention. Another honorable mention, I probably would throw Dispatch in there as well. I think Dispatch is, really, really incredible. That's funny. I think we all have Dispatch as a honorable mention. Or no, I think Austin just had it in his top 3.
Yeah, that's my number 2.
Yeah.
So.
Those are my 2. And then my other honorable mention, because I'm thinking top 6 here. Like if I had to give you my Game of the Year nominees in a way. Oh, I can't decide between these 2. I really can't. It's either Ball X Pit or Chronos. It's one of those 2.
Yeah.
I think Ball X Pit is a better game. I think I like Chronos more. But I got more addicted to Ball X Pit though. But it's more of addicting of a game. So I don't know. It's really a toss up between. But yeah, those are my like top games 2025.
Yeah, Ball X Pit is another one that like I give it an 8. I definitely feel like it could be a 9 in like certain people, like for certain people. I just wish it did a little bit more. I understand it's a smaller game, so it's fine. But I
they
will
announced
say,
a big update coming to it, I think.
They did, yeah. Like a couple extra different type of balls that you can use, and then some. I think a new area or floor,
new level,
and then some new. It's great. I do think at times, like depending on what you like, it is very simple, but it is amazing at being that very simple type of game. I mean, I was trying. I heard someone had a description of the game, and it literally is like if you want to describe a game that is like crack, it
Yes.
quite literally is like.
Yes.
That'd be the perfect game I would give that description for. Like a game that shouldn't be so addicting, but it's like you get a little bit of it.
Did you play it,
for a
Austin?
little bit.
Did you play it?
Oh yeah, I beat
Okay,
it.
okay. Yeah, the way I described it to everybody, like when I told my mom and sister and dad that I got addicted to a new game and I beat it, I literally told them, I'm like, man, I lost my life to this game. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I did not even think about playing anything else until I beat that game. Like, it was just the most addicting thing ever. But also, I am gonna take Ball X Pit and Chronos off my honorable mention because I did just realize we talked about Expedition 33 so much, I completely forgot to even put that in my honorable mention. Of course, it's in my honorable mention. Yeah, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is in there for sure. All right, so let's just go ahead. Does anybody have any categories that they want to jump to?
What'd you guys put for game that didn't come out this year that you liked the most?
All right, so for context, everybody, I basically came up with like a bunch of cool, like kind of like award, like own category for awards. So we have like top game we think is amazing but we didn't like, biggest game we still haven't played, top game we wish we had more time in, most underrated game of 2025, the game that exceeded our expectations the most, top indie, top AAA, and one of them is favorite game of 2025 that we played that didn't come out in 2025. So I'll just go ahead and say mine because I feel like this is probably really easy. To me, it's Death Stranding 1. To be fair, I did play Death Stranding 1 before 2025, but I did fully replay it this year, and it completely stole my heart. And it's probably a big reason why Death Stranding 2 is now like my second favorite game ever. So, yeah, I very simple for me. Death Stranding 1 is easily like, and I even played through it twice. I played it once, and then I played it technically a second time watching Isaiah play through it all, and it was just, it just never got old. Like it just never got old, and it was just hitting note after note after note, and that's the best way I could describe how much I love Death Stranding. Is every factor in it, every element, it just never gets old, and it just hits every single thing I want. So, yeah. Who's next?
Okay.
I'll go next.
Go ahead.
BioShock is probably going to be mine. For the first time, I finished both 1 and 2. And
Infinite next.
Because BioShock was like 1 for me originally was an 8. And then I feel like the more it sat with me and I thought about it, I was like, low key, I had a fantastic time playing. Like I was like,
that's the only one I played is the first one. It was really good.
Yeah. My only thing I think at the time that was bringing it down a lot for me was like it is pretty outdated, but even though it's outdated, it still holds up really well. And I can't get over the fact that a game that is so old at this point still holds up so well in terms of like one of the best plot twists in gaming, in my opinion. Such a good story and plot twist. Enjoyable dialogue between characters, great, super fun exploring gameplay. I mean, I do think it's amazing. Like when I sit there and, I could say it's a great game, but I think it's more than that. I do think the game is amazing. And so, my only issue is I didn't play a lot of games that didn't come out this year, that I can truly kind of remember. There are some that I have. I have others like Resident Evil 2 Remake and Cult of the Lamb was one of them that I've been playing. I put a good chunk of time into. But I'd say BioShock was mine, specifically 1. I think 2 is just a little bit worse. I give it an 8. It's a great game. I wouldn't say it's better than 1 though.
Just for clarification, I did my yearly replay of Ghost of Tsushima, but I'm not counting that because that's like, that's just,
Sure.
that's kind of cheating. So,
yeah. Mine's to not, beat Larry into death. Obviously, like Baldur's Gate is up there, but if I had, which because I wrote 2 down because like so that was like the obvious one because I put 200 hours into that this year, but for me, beyond that, it was the Mass Effect trilogy.
Oh wow!
I finally went through and properly played those through. Because I played the first one when I bought the Legendary Edition like a couple years ago. I just never moved on to 2 or 3. So I just restarted them all this year. And dude, those games are so good. I probably would like to restart those again soon. Because I'd like to, do a couple of different things with them. I tried to play pretty honorable and like the good guy throughout most of it. I kind of want to be like a jerk throughout one of the playthroughs and kind of see like what the differences are. But I want to do all 3 again. I don't want to just like do the recap and like build it off of like choices. Like I actually want to play it and face my consequences and see what kind of differences I can do for it. But that game was just so well done. Those games really were just so well done. So I kind of lumped the Legendary Edition, I guess, all together because it was 3 titles. But I mean, dude, those were ones that I'm really mad at myself for not picking up sooner, especially as long as I've owned them, because they've been in my library bought for 4 5 years, however long ago it was that the Legendary Edition dropped. So the fact that I just kind of let him sit there, I'm really upset at myself. But I'm glad I finally like really took a shot on them because those were great. So
let's just go ahead and get this one out the way here. Wait. Oh yeah, let's just get this one out of the way. The biggest game we still haven't played that we want to.
There's a lot.
Yeah, I have 3 written down. I have 3 like the 3 big ones I feel like I haven't played yet. I'll just go ahead and say them. Hollow Knight, Silksong, Outer Worlds 2, and Ninja Gaiden 4 are my 3. Are the 3 I haven't played yet that I want to at some point.
I pretty much played just about everything I want to, honestly. If I just had to be real, because realistically, it's all I do is work and play games. But oddly enough, like I kind of really want to try Hell Is Us.
Oh yeah,
that's one of those titles that came out that like I was intrigued by the things around it and what it was doing and some of the gameplay on it. And I've heard very little about it. At work, we didn't get very many copies of it to sell, and there wasn't a whole lot of buzz around it apart from online that I heard. So that was one that I was like, I kind of maybe wouldn't mind giving that game more of a shot, or a shot at all, honestly. So that's probably one for me.
If you want to, don't buy it. I got it. You can borrow it off me.
Okay. Did you not like it?
No, I haven't got to it yet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right. So what's yours, Austin?
I'd say in terms of like, oh man, there's still a lot. I mean, Battlefield 6 is still one that I want to eventually try. Battlefield 6,
it's a banger. Love
kind of like some games I wish I had a little bit more time in that I'm going to eventually. Metal Gear Snake Eater, I got pretty far in it.
That's a different category. It's a different category.
What do you? I thought, but on your text it was the same. So I was like, okay.
Oh wait,
that...
you might be right. You might be right.
Yeah, you put it together on the text.
Whatever. It don't matter.
You said
we get the point.
Top games we wish we had more time in and or finished.
Yeah, and we're doing the biggest game we haven't played yet. That's what we're doing. Right now. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Well, never mind on that. Battlefield 6, I'm going to say Absalom because that's the only independent game that was nominated
that's a great
I haven't played yet. I played all the independent games that were nominated except that one. That's the only one that I didn't get to. And then I don't know if I'm going to get to it, but I know it's one of the bigger ones, and I really want to see if the hype is really that big and if it's that good to get it. Arc Raiders. I don't know. I think what I've realized this year is I really didn't do a lot of co-op multiplayer stuff. I think single player just hit really hard this year.
Yeah, I didn't play multiplayer like at all this year.
Yeah, but it's definitely something I want to catch up on. And then I think another one probably down the line, Luminous Arise. I want to give a shot. And there are some other ones outside of when all the Game Awards happen. Like you have Metroid Prime 4, Kirby Air Riders, Skate Story,
Octopath Traveler.
Like
Yep. All right. Well, let's just go ahead and go to what Austin was talking about. The top games we wish we had more time in or got to finish. So I'll just kind of go and start with mine. These are all ones that I have maybe like 2 to 3 hours in that I enjoy my time. I just didn't commit, that I feel like I should have, and I probably would have loved them. Pokemon Legends Z, Z through A. I really enjoyed my first 2 hours with them. I don't even know what came out. I think it was Ball X Pit. I think Ball X Pit came out the same weekend, and we all know how that went. KCD 2, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I played like 2 hours, and then I was like, don't really feel like playing an RPG right now, because I was waiting for Avowed, and should have played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Yeah, you should have.
The Altars is one that I played a good I played like a good 2 hours of that, and it was really cool. It was really good, but then again, it was like this game is so deep, and I honestly am not looking for something that deep right now. So I just was like, you know what, I'll wait on it, and I just haven't gotten back around to it.
That's definitely a game I've considered trying, like ever since the buzz about it and getting nominated. Oh, and Tactics. Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Man, so many bangers this year. And then Absolum is one I wish I had more time in, for sure.
Nice day for fishing for me.
Love it.
I think that's actually. I don't think he's capping.
I know.
No, I'm
no,
not.
I know he's not capping.
That's like realistically the only game that I bought this year. I put a couple hours into it.
He's like, I want more time in Kingdom Come Deliverance.
But it was right in the middle of me, playing like so many things when it dropped. So it was a download, play, play a little bit a couple of days later, and I just really haven't picked it up much since. And I'm ashamed at that because I really enjoy the content of the guys who were behind the heart and soul of it, the Viva Literate League guys. So I respect them and their franchise that they're starting there, and the game actually is like really good. Like it's not just like a simple you're just in like a pixel world like fishing. Like it's got like mechanics to it that are pretty interesting, and it's just simple, fun, kind of turn on, play some stuff. It's got some fun mechanics in the fishing. You're not just fishing, like you're also like battling at the same time, and they're incorporating magic stuff into it. Like it's pretty cool. So that's one I more just out of respect that I kind of wish I had, because though it's fun and I really like it, I just haven't played it much, and I feel bad about that. So that's one. Mm-hmm. That's the one probably for me.
Cool. Austin, you have a lot here, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, like in terms of what I haven't finished. No, I've done better than what I had before. All right, I've done a lot better. I genuinely tried for a while. Through like the last month or so, like I really sat down and tried focusing in on like trying to get these games done. I'd say for the most part, Yote and Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater are like the two that I definitely I got a little bit into Yote, and then Metal Gear, I'm at least 8 hours in. I feel like I'm getting close to the ends. Like I'm pretty far in there. And then Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is definitely one I want to play more of. And then Death Stranding 2, I still want to see how, even with how I feel about the game and everything, I still want to see how its story goes and all of the praise that I've heard for its phenomenal acting and characters. Mm-hmm. There's probably some other ones too, but I would say those are like the biggest ones.
I want to throw in Where Winds Meet too, by the way. That's one that I downloaded and tried, but it kept crashing on me, even though I was really enjoying it. So like that was the unfortunate part for me. It sucks too, because I've watched other people play it, like on console and PC, and like they don't seem to be having any issues. So it must have just been the night I downloaded it, but. That's one that I would like to go back and play a little bit more thoroughly too, especially since they've already expanded it and put a like DLC expansion stuff on it already that they announced.
Yeah. All right, let's go to a little bit different one. Most underrated game of 2025.
Death Stranding 2.
Oh, that's a good shout. That's a great shout, actually. That's a good shout. I actually like it.
That was an easy one for me.
I
That
actually
one
like
put
it.
some more respect on that game. Seriously.
I don't know about that one, fellas.
No.
I think that game is perfectly rated.
Disagree.
Oof, I don't
Disagree.
know.
I think that game should be.
Just because they didn't
I
get a
think-
nomination for best performance, I think they got perfectly rated in terms of where it should be. I think. I'll give you one better. I'll give you one better game that I think is underrated. Keeper.
Didn't actually end up playing it or see anybody play it once it came out.
I finished that game.
Yeah. Okay.
It's I really liked it. It's great. It's very simple. It's it's not, if you're looking for a game that you want to experience just a very simple, very colorful, beautiful world, I definitely recommend playing Keeper. It's not bad in any means. It's a good game with great moments in it, with very great and awesome, visually stunning experiences throughout it. And the other underrated game that I put that I haven't played that I just feel like I've heard from the talk of the town is The Altars. So
Yeah. I will actually. So I'll actually. I'll chime in here real quick. By saying Death Stranding 2 as an underrated game, I wouldn't say it's the most underrated game of 2025. But I do think just Death Stranding as an IP, no matter what, how good a game is given, I think Death Stranding will always be underrated because of the type of game it is. I truly do think so. There is always going to be that big chunk of people who don't see the greatness of the game because of inherently what the game is. You are actually, Austin, a little bit of an offspring where you don't like the walking in it, but you recognize how great everything else is around it. But I do
I'm gonna tell you
think-
what, two fixes that like crazy. If you don't like the walking part, you can drive this whole game.
He hasn't unlocked
You can-
the vehicle yet. He hasn't
Yeah,
unlocked the
you
vehicle
can,
yet.
I haven't gotten there
you
yet.
can, as soon as you can build that big truck, my feet hardly saw the ground.
Yep, that's true.
You can drive that whole game, and the driving kind of makes it even more fun because there's so much of walking in the first one. Which there were vehicles in the first one, but like the challenge that you still get with the car, you just don't lose your cargo as much. Like that's the part that they kind of take out of it a little bit. But there are parts where you have to figure out where to park and then go get the cargo. So, dude, I don't know. I think they fixed it perfectly from the complaints of the first one.
I'll tell you what it is that genuinely bothers me. It's okay. I understand it's the walking aspect. I understand it's not the biggest deal to me. It's the mechanic where you lean if you have too much stuff on you, bro. Oh my gosh, I've never experienced a mechanic that, like, I understand it's supposed to immerse you and it's supposed to make you really feel like you are this character. But oh my gosh, bro, it is so frustrating. It's like, dude, I'm not trying to play a game like Baby Steps, bro. Like, I'm trying to just like I get frustrated when I'm like, okay, we're exploring the world, we're doing all this, and all of a sudden, like my main character, what's his name again? Sam? Or what's it? Sam is just like, it's like, bro, I'm just trying to walk down this, like, I'm experiencing walking
Somebody
down a
clip
hill.
that.
I'm just trying to get to the other side of a river, and my character is just struggling to stay balanced, and it's like, oh my gosh, bro. You're making this experience like so stressful for me. It's just like, oh,
It's like a skill
dude.
issue to me.
See, I'm a freak, dude. I want my feet to touch everything in that game. I will choose to walk over drive in that game. I love it.
I walked more in my second playthrough than I did my first one. I'll say.
I love it, man. So my underrated games, I got some hot takes coming in here.
Uh-oh.
First, I'll go with the not hot take. Hurdling. I said it earlier. I think it's a very lovable, just pleasant game to play, and I would recommend it to anyone. The other one, I know I'm going to disagree with somebody on this panel. I might disagree with both of these people on this panel here. Avowed. I think Avowed is underrated, personally.
Didn't play it.
Yeah.
Have no opinion.
that being said, again, underrated does not mean I think it's like an amazing game by any means. I don't think it's like one of the best, but I would argue it is still a really good game. I've definitely enjoyed the game's gameplay and combats and its visuals. The story left a lot to be desired. I think some of the exploration is just kind of whatever. But in terms of like a game that definitely did not get much recognition throughout the year, no, it's open.
No?
It's open world, I guess. If you would, it's small worlds, but like open world.
Sure. Okay.
Like for a game that didn't get a lot of recognition and definitely had a lot of negativity towards it from some audiences, I really had a fun time with it. It didn't move me or anything, or it's not one like I would even put close to one of my favorite games of the year. But in terms of like the general reception to the game, I had a lot of fun with it. And so I just wanted to shout out that I did have fun with a game that wasn't necessarily universally praised. So for me, I think Avowed was a little underrated, but yeah. So that'd be my answer for that one.
Nice.
All right. Now let's go to most overrated game. Overrated. Here we go. About to get spicy, ladies and gentlemen. Most overrated games of 2025. I'm going to just throw mine out there off rip because I don't care. I'll take the heat. Donkey Kong Bonanza is the most overrated game of 2025.
That's tough. I've heard a lot. I've heard a lot of praise for DK Bonanza. So
And they can keep eating
but
bananas.
again,
I don't care.
one that I haven't played. I don't have a Switch too, so I'm.
Now listen, to all the haters, Donkey Kong Bonanza is a great game. I will never deny that. It is a great game. Great mechanics, amazing platforming, level design is great, visuals awesome, the technology and things that they implement is great. I just don't think it's the second coming of Jesus, okay? I don't think it is like Donkey Kong wins presidency over all of gaming. Like, there are people who say it's the greatest Nintendo game of all time, and I think that is the most absurd thing I've ever heard in my life, okay? I just genuinely cannot see it because personally, I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it that much. I didn't love the game. I had fun, but like to me, I'm gonna keep it a buck fifty with you. I had just as much fun playing Avowed as I did Donkey Kong Bonanza. I think Donkey Kong Bonanza is definitely the better game. Don't get me wrong, but like for me, like I personally just found Donkey Kong Bonanza majorly like just overrated personally, but that's only because of how highly it's rated and praised. Like, overrated does not mean it's a bad game. It just means it's not what most people. I don't think it's what most people think, and I definitely think that. Like, I think it is overrated. Doesn't mean it's bad, but yeah. So I just had to throw that one out.
Okay, I guess I'll go ahead and say mine then. I also have Donkey Kong Bonanza. This was a game that before I had finished it was at like a 9 for me. And I feel like this game, this is the thing that I've realized, and it's the same way I feel about Odyssey. And a lot of people will probably hate me for this opinion that Odyssey to me is not one of the best 3D Marios. I think it's like a 8 out of 10. I think it's a great Mario, like a 3D Mario. I think it's a great game, and I don't think it's any more than that. And I feel like Donkey Kong Bonanza suffers a lot of the issues that Odyssey has for me. And I do think it's a great game, but like when I look at some of like the reviews and some people talk about the game, I'm just like, I feel like I understand, and I'm like this with a certain game like Final Fantasy 16. I love Final Fantasy 16. It is a 10 for me. Do I think the game is like perfect in every department? Absolutely not. But the highs of that game are something that I can never forget, even though I know the flaws within 16 are like, it genuinely drags it down, like a story that kind of near the half point kind of goes a little off the rails that is still good, but not anywhere close to like the first half. And then the combat can get a little repetitive after a while, but still, like, I really enjoyed Bonanza, but I feel like we have to address, like, I feel like the more you just played, it just sometimes got worse, and it was too inconsistent. I feel like the beginning and middle part were very good, and then we start getting towards the later half, and it's like, all right, frame rate on these bosses are like really really bad. Like Void Kong as a concept, as like a boss fight, is cool, but like that frame rate is a
Oh my
joke.
God.
Like it's so like it's hard to really sit there and enjoy a boss fight. because
Worst
I love
boss
fights.
fights of the generation. I'm gonna say it.
I wouldn't say
Outside of King K. Rool. Outside of King K. Rool.
spoilers, by the way.
I don't care.
Half of them.
It's been
are
6
good.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Half of them are good, half are bad. And this is how I felt about Odyssey. This is another reason why Odyssey, to me, I have always said is overrated. I feel like this team has great concepts and great ideas, but a lot of their ideas and concepts don't come into fruition very well. And I look at a game like this, as well as like Astrobot, that literally just won Game of the Year last year. And to me, like, I look at Astrobot and I feel like what Astrobot is doing compared to Bonanza, it's doing things that Bonanza wants to do, but is doing it better. Like, I love the destruction aspect. I think they did a great job at it. I think boss fights are nowhere close. It's painfully not even close. And then in terms of like performance of it, sometimes near the last 30%, it can be an absolute nightmare. Like, it is genuinely very frustrating. And I feel like those two issues are why, for me, it landed at like an 8, like a great game.
So where I'm
And
at.
I don't think it's one of the best like 3D platformers of all time that we've ever gotten. I just don't. I don't agree, but you know, love what you love, and if you think it's a 10, that's perfectly fine. But I just can't agree. I really can't.
Yeah.
So
Jordan, what about you? Wait,
I have one.
You don't have one. Okay.
I
He
don't.
he
I don't.
only plays
Everything-
amazing games, people.
Everything that I wanted to play this year was good. And the games that that weren't good are like universally not good. So like I don't know. There wasn't much personally that I somewhat or did not somewhat connect to that I was just like, eh.
Most
I mean, maybe a
underrated
couple of
game,
the
mine's
sports
Eye.
games that I've heard glaze for. Like I didn't think the college football game was as good this year as it was last year, even though it's been praised like pretty heavily. Like, but sports games are kind of like whatever. So I don't know. Personally, like the experiences that I did. I mean, I played a lot of bangers this year, and the games that were bad were bad. Like that's I don't know. Monster Hunter maybe if I had to go over because but Wilds is kind of universally like 50-50 this year. So I don't know. Eh.
Mind's Eye was the most underrated game of 2025 for sure. Lost Soul Side exceeded all my expectations for sure.
oh yeah, man, what a
Dude,
Well,
we still have a trailer for Lost Soul that plays at work, and they must have paid out some big money, dude. Because the fact that we still broadcast that game as much as we do, like still in store with posters and like ads still that are still rolling for that game, it's kind of surprising.
Okay, here's this one. Top game we think is amazing, but didn't like.
Silk Song.
ooh.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Mainly just because that kind of game's not for me. Like that stuff. Like I can again I acknowledge the fan base. I acknowledge how good the like art and stuff is, and like the music, but like that's just not one that I know I'm ever gonna like relate to. So, but that but I don't take anything away from the game itself.
I feel that.
Absolutely.
I feel that. That's how I felt about the first one. It's like it's good. I had fun, but I don't like it. It didn't like scream to me or anything.
Yeah.
I haven't played Silk Song, so
For $20
it
too.
might
I mean,
change
it's hell of a experience because it's expanding on like what the first game obviously did, and like made it bigger, and it's been universally praised. It's just not the game for me.
Yeah.
I want to go last on this one, so I want to hear
Okay.
Austin's first.
I have mine. I don't dislike this game, but this is not a game I would go back and play. I thought it was okay from what I personally like. It's gonna be Blueprints. I know Blueprints
Good answer.
is very good. I know that game is a lot better than I've reacted to it, but it's not my type of game. It's just not
Yeah,
something that
valid.
really pulled me in. I'm not a very big puzzle guy. I've always been like that. It's just never been
Perfect
my
time.
big thing. And I don't know, like I thought it was really good. I just didn't want to go back and play it, and I definitely realize I'm just not in that genre of people that love those type of games. So I'd say mine is Blueprints.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. You thought my Avowed and Donkey Kong take was hot. Oh boy. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I love Hideo Kojima,
Mm-hmm.
but I really did not like my time playing Metal Gear Solid Delta.
Oh man,
I could not. I really tried. I put 5 hours into it, and for that game, that's like almost halfway. And I just couldn't. Like I was just dreading going back to playing it. It really felt like a chore to me. Now that being said, there are things about it that as I was playing, I was like, okay, here we go. Maybe I feel okay. I'm starting to get something, and then it would just go right back down. Like there are moments in it that I think are really cool and really fun, and there are obviously characters and just moments that are like funny and cool. But I just as a game, I really just couldn't. I just couldn't get into it. I really couldn't. I don't think it's a bad game. I think it's an amazing game. I couldn't like it, unfortunately. I don't know why. I really don't, which is weird. Well, not really. If you guys know Metal Gear and you guys know Kojima, this isn't really a shock. I've played Metal Gear 5 and 4, and I love 5, and I liked what I've played of 4. Every like Metal Gear game is different from one another, and so it's like Metal Gear 3, I didn't really know what to expect. I just couldn't get into it, unfortunately. I just really couldn't. So just got to put it how it is. Again, don't think it's bad. I think it's amazing. Just couldn't get into it.
I mean, I'm not shocked because like I'm further than you are now, and I can definitely understand. My biggest complaint with it is just like the gameplay. I think is good, but it's like really outdated. Like there's a lot of decisions
Yeah.
where I'm like, I like this concept of a boss fight where you get later
Shut
down
up,
the
Jordan.
line. Where like I'll go because you're probably not going to continue. And then have
Nah,
you
I'm
played?
done. I traded it in, bro. I'm done.
Like Metal Gear Solid 3?
The
Jordan,
original?
have you
Oh.
played it,
Yeah,
or just
I
a remake or anything?
I played it when it came out. Yeah,
Yeah,
I did not play the remake though. I played it when it came out years ago.
Like there are some decisions I just feel like gameplay wise that really like for this remake just really like bother me. Like some portions can be super annoying and it's like how, this is what you have to do here. How was I kind of supposed to know this? And then there's like a boss fight that I think is a cool concept, but it's also just like you're going down a river and it's like I literally was on this boss fight for maybe like 30 minutes and I'm like, what do I do? And I'm like, oh yeah, like you're supposed to like pretend to be like dead and then like you'll like beat it and I'm like, what? I don't really understand like there's a lot of like weird decisions that I think they're cool concepts, but I don't feel like they're executed the most well. The one thing I love is the story and characters. Oh my
yeah.
god, this is
Oh, yeah.
one of the funniest games I have ever played. The guy who literally goes like "Meow," and spitting the gun has to be
Yes.
some of the funniest stuff I've seen in video games.
Yeah.
It is so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like one
but-
of those. It's one of those games. I really like the game. I just hate playing it. Like I just don't like playing it. But I like the game. Just don't like playing it. Like I'll happily watch all the cutscenes and like lore and stuff like that. But I just really don't like playing it. It just bores me.
I mean, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah. All right. So let's go. This
Real
is a funny
quick,
one.
John,
Yeah.
are you good on time?
Yes, yeah. He pushed it back to 6:30. So
Oh, heck
we're
yeah.
good. We're good. This is a funny one. The game we think got the worst critic score.
Um,
That we liked, or because I was kind of confused by that one.
I mean, yeah, yes. I mean, you could think of it in the opposite direction. If you think a game should have had a 70, but it got a 92, hey, there you go. If that's truly what you think, you know?
I have two answers for this. One that should have been higher, and then one that I think should have been lower.
Okay.
My higher is going to be a game that everyone was waiting for years and years. A game that I drafted on my list that I was expecting to put me back in the game, that was going to really help me with all the crap that I had to deal with my indies not coming through. And that's Metroid Prime 4. I haven't played it yet, but I really just feel like in terms of what franchise we're talking about, like a 79 on Metacritic, that's where we're at with Metroid Prime 4 when all the others are at like a 90. It definitely should have been higher.
Okay.
Especially for my fantasy critic, I really needed that to be like my clutch, my like, please, help me out during my time of need. And then
hang on, wait. So hang on, real quick, because I did want to talk about Metroid Prime 4 a little bit. So I did start it like 2-3 days ago, and I'm not gonna lie, I actually really am liking it a lot right now. I think it's actually, I think I like it more than 1 so far.
Yeah, we'll see if you feel that way towards the end.
See, that's what I'm waiting for.
That's what people are saying is like the end, like the last 5 hours is a little like, oh.
Yeah, and even then, while I'm like, I'll tell you right now, I'm like an 8.5 right now. Okay, but because there are some things in it that it's so like almost tedious in a sense of like how you have to move about the level, like, and I get a lot of Metroidvanias like this, but this one's a lot. Like, there's so many times you just have to stand in an elevator to go all the way down to something, and then you have to go all the way back up to do it, and then you got to go all the way back down, and it's just like, why are you making me go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth? And so there are things that I'm definitely like, I don't love this, but that being said, the music, the visuals, the boss fights so far, the gameplay, all of it is like Metroid Prime at its finest, man. It's just Metroid at its finest, honestly. The story, to me, it's like non-existent right now. I
mean, but I've never Metroid's not I've never really played Metroid for the plot.
Hold on. Well, so no, that's the thing. If we're talking story, then yeah, no Metroid really, like, that's never really fun. But that being said, even if you're not story, you need a plot device. You need like a plot. You need something to move the game forward. And whatever is in this game, it is not making me want to go forward. Like, it is not making me want to go to the next level. It's literally just to collect a key. That's the main plot right now. I just have to go find keys. Wow, so exciting. Right? It's the same thing with Shinobi Art of Vengeance. That game is amazing, but because there's like very little plot device, it just feels like bouncing from level to level to level. When like, and I'm not saying you need like,
that was my only reason it wasn't a 10 for me, was like,
right.
There were two little things that brought it down to not being a 10. It's just like, I wish the plot would have been just a little bit, explored a little bit more. I think it's a fun little tiny plot, but yes, it is just jumping from level to level.
Yeah.
So I agree. I think it's just certain games, really, to me, it's like, I've realized that as I give a little pass to some games where I'm just like, I think it's when I really don't care about a story. I'm like, man, I really don't care enough to where it's like, who cares if it doesn't have a plot? But then if I somewhat care, I'm like, oh man, I really wish this would have had a bit more,
Yeah, and like something like Shinobi. Again, I'm not like asking for like cutscenes and like this big emotional arc or anything, but I feel like every game needs, like I said, like a plot device, like something to make you feel like you're actually moving through the game. like just world plot, whatever. Like Returnal, for instance, that game doesn't really have like a story per se, but it uses the plot device of being stuck in a time loop, her trauma, and like all these weird like flashbacks as plot devices. So while you're going through just what is very heavily a just gameplay focused game, it makes you feel like you are going through a story, even though there really isn't a story like, you know, happening. So it's like with something like Metroid, even though we're not going to be getting character arcs and like, you know, like epic cutscenes, it just feels like we're just playing gameplay. That's it to me right now. But yeah, that's what I would say. What were we even talking about? What was the category that you said Metroid Prime 4? Oh yes, the critic score. That's right. He said he wishes Metroid Prime 4 critic score was higher. While he waits to come back, Jordan, do you have one?
I mean, yeah, but it's kind of a funny take. I think Kingdom Come deserves to be over a 90.
Okay, no, that's valid. That's valid. I think a lot of people would agree with you, actually.
Yeah, it eventually rated at like an 88, 89, and it's like, you know, I'm gonna be real with you. I think it, you know, I'm not saying it needed to be like a 97 or anything crazy, but like, you know, 93, 94, like, you know, come on. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
Personally.
I agree. It's a good one. All right, so Austin, what was the one that you think should have been lower?
Yeah. Okay, real quick, because I'm gonna have to help, because of course they had to get groceries.
That's fine.
So I think John's gonna agree with this. I think this is outrageous. This game has got this score. Assassin's Creed Shadows.
You think it should be rated lower?
Yes, absolutely. That is at maximum like game that has a score of like 7. I give it a 6. Like, it is okay at best.
I liked it.
I don't know, man.
I liked it.
I wanted to put in like biggest disappointment, but I genuinely don't know how that game has like an 82. I really don't.
That's my opinion.
Well, I think in terms of like it being like what everyone wanted Assassin's Creed to be the most in Japan, I think to get that is like.
I could see that being biggest disappointment. I could see that.
You know,
maybe not of all games, but like it's like it'd be an honorable mention for me. No, I agree with you. I would also give it like a 6 personally, but
yeah,
I don't know.
All right, I'll let you all yap for a bit. I gotta help out with this.
So, the game I wish was higher is Chronos: The New Dawn. To me, that game is an 88 at the lowest. I think that game is fantastic, truly. Gameplay, world building, concept, characters, polish. Like that game is just a real solid game. Like, if you love survival horror, Bloober Team they just know what they're doing. I really like that critic score. Makes no sense to me. Like, what is wrong with the game to have a 76? Like, it is just survival horror at its finest. Like, it's so good to me. It really is. I love that game. That game is also my pick for one of our other categories, being biggest champion game, meaning what is the game that we are the biggest champion of. I will always be a massive champion of Chronos, the New Dawn, because I just don't feel like it got its recognition and love that it deserved, because I think it is amazing. Even though there are a lot of people who also agree with me that it is amazing. It just, for some reason, didn't get the results that it should have. And that's really unfortunate because, like I said, I love this game. I love this game so much. What about you, Jordan?
Okay.
Biggest champion game. Biggest champion game.
Oh, Kingdom Come.
Right, yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely the one that I've pushed to everybody this year, especially when it went on sale digitally and like disc when it was like $25 and $30. I was pushing go buy that game now. That game is well worth the $30 to $25 depending on if you're buying it physically or digitally to expand. And they put all the DLCs on sale. You can get all the DLCs for like $20 right now. So I mean, yeah, that dude. That's
great.
I'll praise it. Like I said, I mean, realistically, you know, it probably was my game of the year, honestly. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Well, while he's out, biggest disappointment for me, it's
Skate.
Ooh. Okay.
Not Skate Story, because I didn't play that, but
Yeah.
Skate.
Wow.
Now, I also didn't have much promise going into it. I just really wanted to be proved wrong.
and you win.
And even though like the gameplay like isn't bad as far as just like, you know, it being like the base mechanics of like what you're doing like in the other Skate games, like it just doesn't hit.
It's just not
Like
the
it just
same.
it got old. It
ain't
got,
got
you
the
know,
sauce.
tiring. Yeah, it's, you know, the music necessarily like I just didn't enjoy. And then like there were a couple of them that were cool, but like, you know, the repeat thing, the, you know, songs would like, you know, just randomly restart, and some of them like just don't end. And the, you know, the changing of like the maps and the things that they were doing like a little bit with it, and then, you know, changing like how much currency you win after like the first update to make you like have to play longer and longer and longer. And it's like I don't know, I just the things that I feel like could have been easy to just make it hit a little bit harder just were so overlooked. And, you know, maybe they'll do more. The game might get bigger, expand, and I know the whole like Skate Pass and, you know, everything is like bigger, and, you know, there's a small community behind it. But yeah, that was one that I really wanted to be proved wrong to be good, even though I kind of went into it already thinking it wouldn't be great, and it held up to not being great. So yeah.
Yeah. For me, biggest disappointment, Mafia: The Old Country. One that I really thought would be a breakthrough for the Mafia franchise, and I thought had a lot of promise. And at first I was like, you know what? I do really enjoy it. And then the more I played it, I'm like, it just doesn't have it. It's just not it, unfortunately. And then I also put Dying Light: The Beast. This one really hurts me because
I tried it.
yeah,
I went ahead and since we're, you know, the game share thing, I did go ahead and download it and try it. Once it kind of like opens up a little bit, like it still felt very forced, like narrative.
yes.
Like it was like, okay, go here and do this. Oh my God, emergency, get to this spot. Okay,
Yeah.
so you go there and do it, and it's like, oh my God, emergency, get to this. And it was,
Yeah.
can I get to the expansive area? And like I'm 2 hours in, and I'm being still driven to plots because I, you know, like I have to. Where
Yeah.
are you? You know, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I had so much hope and excitement for this game, and it just fell flat for me. Like, it's not a bad game. Like, I still had fun with it, but considering I have Dying Light 2 as a 9, I love Dying Light 2, and this one just like they just started running backwards to me. I get there's a lot of people who think it is the best Dying Light game. I will say, like, gameplay, like combat improvements are there. You know, visual improvements are there, but for me, just the game structure, the game's pacing, progress, story, characters, even to me, the parkour and traversal, like, to me, just didn't hit as well. Like, so for me, even though I don't think it's necessarily bad, to me, it was kind of disappointing. So
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
What I miss?
Basically we did, my critic game I wish was higher was Chronos.
Mhm.
And then I said that's also my biggest champion game. Jordan said Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is his biggest champion game. Do you have a champion game?
It's either gonna be Shinobi or, for like the PC side, Repo.
Okay. And then we went to biggest disappointment. Jordan said, what do you say?
Skate.
Skate. And then I said Mafia: The Old Country and Dying Light: The Beast were my two.
Mm. I have
Bro's got 5.
I'm not gonna say Shadows anymore. I'm gonna just take that off of there. I have 2. I have Doom: The Dark Ages. Only because I said it was gonna be the best Doom, and John remembers this. I literally said it would be the best Doom, like hands down. This one's gonna be the best of them all. I I don't know, man. It lines up about where like a lot of the rest of them kind of fall in line for me. So I mean, in terms of like where I thought it was gonna be, in terms of like I thought it was gonna be like the best one, it didn't hit those expectations for me, and like that's fine. I still thought it was a great game. And then one that like I wasn't really the most excited, but I literally played this game for a day and then never touched it again. That being Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Just once again, when it comes to Sonic, I love Sonic the Hedgehog. I do. Just a lot of the recent installments, just 7 out of 10. It's just a good game. That's literally it. And I feel like I've just kind of gotten sick and tired of the same like rinse and repeat. You know, like it's good, but that's it. Like, and you look at all the other games that have come out that are almost like similar in ways, and it just I'm just looking for more. Like I feel like there just is more to be desired. I hate that you have to wait a month for characters that they literally own. I think it's just really stupid that it just couldn't have waited a little bit longer just to have those characters like already ready to go. Like I don't like a lot of the decisions that were made for it, and I think the gameplay is good. I think the racing is fun, but I just don't find it to be as entertaining. Like, and I know there's that war between like Mario Kart and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and I am one of those people where I think Cross Worlds is in a better spot than Mario Kart is, but I still would rather play Mario Kart because off my first impressions, Mario Kart felt more fun to control, more fun in terms of what it had to offer with shortcuts and ideas. And Cross Worlds just kind of feels like sometimes it's one of those games where you race and whoever has the best items on that last corner and that last spot is just going to win the race no matter what. And that's something I really don't like about it, and I just haven't wanted to go back and play like ever since. So that to me is probably one of my bigger ones. So
Yeah. All right. I have. Oh my. Sorry. I just hopped on Twitter and saw something that. Oh my. I wish I didn't see that. The Game Awards tweeted Arc 2 is planned to launch in 2028.
bruh,
You gotta be joking me, bro. That game was announced in 2020. Oh,
that game's not coming out.
Gosh, unbelievable. All right. Honestly, I think the last category I want to do here, and I really just want to shout out these games because we haven't really talked about them at all. Top co-op / multiplayer. For me, I got 3: Split Fiction, Monster Hunter Wilds, and Borderlands 4. Those were my 3 that I played some sort of co-op with, even though I really didn't play much co-op in 2 of those. But
yeah.
Just wanted to shout out.
You see the Sucker Punch news? Sorry to derail that. Did you guys see the Sucker
I
Punch
did.
news?
Yep.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Mine would be just like Split Fiction and Repo would be the 2 that I specifically very much enjoyed that have co-op and multiplayer.
I didn't really play Elden Ring Night Rain, y'all, so I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm saying I didn't play anything. Schedule 1. There we go. There was my best multiplayer game. Schedule 1. There we go. That's what I'm putting there.
Nice. Oh yeah. Also, you wanted to do that one category game you wish came out in 2025.
Oh, yeah, 2 of them specifically. Mixtape and Mina the Hollower.
Oh, nice.
Specifically, Mina the Hollower. Because man, that one had a release date and just didn't follow through. It sucks. It really does, but it is what it is, man. But then, like, also, I mean, it didn't have a release date, but I expected it maybe this year. I had drafted on our Fantasy Critic. I had gotten Resident Evil 9. I was 2 months late. I got to understand that Capcom loves February. That date is very popular for them. So at least now I know that there usually should be a big game from them in February. So yeah.
I would say for me, it didn't even get to. It's never coming out now. I wish Earthblade never got canceled.
Oh,
But yeah.
oh man.
But yeah.
Oh, that
rough one.
sucks. That sucks so much.
Jordan wishes Fable came out this year.
I say it's Fable for me. Didn't even I don't even have the means to play it, but that's the one for me that I would have, if it wouldn't have gotten delayed. Believe me, I would have found out a way to play that game one way or the other once it comes out. But yeah,
Only other one I'd say for you, John, is
Replaced.
replaced. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you know,
March.
now you got to. Yep. What was your guys' most played game?
Death Stranding 2.
Mhm.
Easy.
yeah. Kingdom Come was mine. 95
Mine-
hours.
In other words, our game of the years.
Yep.
Yeah. Mine was actually not my game of the year. Mine was Silent Hill F. Because me and my girlfriends, especially my girlfriend, is addicted to that game and wanted to get every ending, except the last one, which we just looked up. Which the last one is a really cool one. It's just like a little cute, like different animation style. Like they put like a really cool like newspaper alien effect kind of style on it and presented it as if it was like old Japan, like, oh, you read the newspaper and it's like, oh, you know, aliens attacked, and it's really cool. But I still have yet to get the final ending for the game, and which means I'm gonna have to play through the game all the way again. So that's only going to extend even more. But yeah, Silent Hill F is my most played game of this year.
Nice. Most exceeded expectations. I feel like we should all have the same one, being Expedition 33. That game is the definition
Oh, yeah.
of
100%.
exceeded
man.
expectations.
Yeah.
I also put Dispatch on there for me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a
See,
That's a
I
good nod.
didn't know what my expectations were on that.
That's a good nod.
I didn't have any. Like I genuinely didn't. And then whenever I saw people talking about it online is where I was like, okay, I'm expecting this to be pretty good. And then I was like,
I'll say
whoa.
I had high faith in Expedition
Yeah.
33
Oh.
and praised it a lot, pre-work, especially at work and stuff, to get people to pre-order it.
I
and
think
stuff.
everyone was excited for the possibility.
But it,
Oh, yeah.
it definitely, did more than even I thought it was going to do. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was my favorite thing that they showed at the Xbox like showcase. I remember that podcast we did, and I mean, I would have never expected that game to come out to end up being game of the year. But at this point, like that's just what happens in the gaming universe now. It's just like you're gonna have a game that just comes out and may look super good and just may perform as well as you think it is. And then there's games like that don't have that same praise, that look very good and then just don't perform very well or do as good as you would think. It's definitely that. I think the only other one for me behind it would be Silent Hill F, because like I expected that game to be good, but I'm really happy. I've heard a lot of people say like it's on the same, like some people maybe even enjoy it more, but at least on the same like playing areas, like it's as good as like Silent Hill 2 like remake for them. I think it does a lot of very good stuff, and I'm glad I had a lot of faith in it, and I committed to just really hoping it was good, and I'm glad that it came out as good as it was. So
All right, to close us off, we're gonna do one more little thing, and this one I did not ask for any prep on, so just pull it off the top of your hat. What are your top anticipated games of 2026?
oh heck yeah.
I'm gonna do my top 3 and 2 honorable mentions. Basically, my top 5. I don't know why. I should just say top 5. Basically, gonna do my top 5. You know what? I want y'all to try and guess it. Let's do this. We're gonna try and guess each other's real quick. We're gonna try and guess each other. So I want y'all to try and guess my top. I feel like it's gonna be really easy. But
All right, Control
go
2 is
for it.
number 1.
Yep.
Progmod is up there for you, John.
Okay, hold on. So the top 2 are Control 2 and Requiem.
Wrong.
What?
Top two,
Control
you
2,
said?
Soros, Pragmata, then Requiem.
Oh yeah, Saros.
Okay,
Then
so
never
so
mind.
one is Control, two is Soros.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
That's
and
three.
then Requiem.
Correct.
Okay, I forgot about Saros. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
What's 4 and 5?
Um,
What's 4 and 5?
Oh, there's a
Pragmata.
Correct. That is 4.
yeah, Pragmata.
5. I don't know. Y'all maybe should
Dragon
be
Quest 7 remake.
No,
No.
When has this dude ever played a Dragon Quest game?
Y'all should be able to guess it, but it might be kind of hard.
I don't think it's 007 First Light. It's I gotta think.
I'll give you a hint. Jordan was not high on it at first.
Is it Wolverine?
Oh, Wolverine.
Yeah. Wolverine.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, I
I'm
probably
still not.
Wolverine.
I'm still not, by the way.
Mm.
That's just me.
Oh.
Obviously.
All right, Jordan, your top 5 for I don't even know if you have a top 5 for 2026. Your top 3, your top 3 for 2026. Fable number 1.
Oh man, we might be cooked.
GTA 6
Oh.
is up there. I don't know if it's 2, but I feel like it's probably up there.
It would definitely be on the list. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how that game is. I really like the Grand Theft Auto series, not for the online bit. I've thoroughly enjoyed every Grand Theft Auto game that I've ever played. So yeah, 5's one of my, top, like 10, 15 games. I play the story mode at least once a year. So yeah, I'm excited to see how big they make GTA 6. So that's probably up there. I wouldn't necessarily call it most anticipated because there's part of me that thinks it's not even going to happen next year. So, but
For the life of me, that's the only 2 I could think of.
what about you, Austin? What do you think I'd be pumped for?
An RPG.
Sure.
You know what? The Halo 1 remake.
It's not
Yeah,
wrong.
bro. That Horizon multiplayer game.
Dude, I hate that that's PC only. I hate that that's PC only. More than man, that makes me. My PC's not going to run that. It's not going to. So that's one that I probably would be looked. Honestly, no. I want the third game more than I want a multiplayer game. I kind of hate that they've not hate, but I do that after you finish the story. I don't know. Personal.
Yeah. I don't know what the third one is.
Do you have a
is.
top 3, Jordan?
Not necessarily. It's Fable is one. It's definitely number 1 for me. I really want Crimson Desert to be really good.
Okay.
And then it's not going to happen in 2026. I wish Witcher 4 was coming out in 2026. But it's not going to. But yeah, those are probably the 2
I think based on
real big ones. Fable's pretty much the only like real big one. Obviously there's GTA, Phantom Blade, ones I'm looking forward to, but those are probably definitely Fable more than anything is the one that I'm like
Sure.
ready for. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because I'm going off like what has like 2026 release
Confirmed,
date, or
yeah.
has a really good shot of it. So.
Yeah.
I think mine isn't going to be too hard.
That just gave me a hint then for Austin's. So for Austin, Resident Evil's up there. I don't know if it's 1, but it's at least top 3, I would assume.
I'd be surprised if it wasn't 1. I don't know. Something tells me that's his big one.
Is that your number 1, Austin, for 2026?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you're pumped for Pokemon Pokopia, right?
Yep,
right?
absolutely. Already have my pre-order.
So I have two here that I
It's
think
available,
Austin
by the way.
has on here because I'm gonna say these two because I'm pretty sure Austin's assuming these are coming out in 2026, being Judas and Clockwork Revolution. Am I correct?
No, neither of them are.
Okay. Well, crap.
Now, if they had dates,
Onimusha's in your
oh.
top five, maybe.
no.
Oh, fell back on that one a little bit, huh? Oh, Phantom Blade Zero.
That's number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
007?
No. Think about what games I like.
Monster Hunter Stories 3.
Jordan, you just yapping now.
Yeah, kind of.
Fellas, it's Control Resonance. Or Resonant, my bad.
Oh.
Not Resonance. I keep saying Resonance. It's bro.
My bad. I didn't know you were.
That game,
I didn't know you were that.
that
into
bro, it like if I look at my how did I put it in terms of I think that was the first game I put when I sent
I
it.
think you did. Well, you said in no particular order, but
Yeah. But like it was kind of
Okay.
ordered.
okay. So
Kind of,
Control Resonant, is that 2?
No, the 3 are Requiem, Control Resonant, and Phantom Blade Zero.
Those are top 3.
Yes. Now, if I will say, Clockwork Revolution, if it got a date for next year, I still don't think would break in. Now, I will tell you a game that will break in, that will shoot to number 1, and that's Judas, if it gets a release date for next year.
Cool.
Which is quite shocking because you would think Requiem would be my number 1 because like I love RE4. I am on this BioShock high. Like I'm on a huge like I want another BioShock kind of game and like I can't get over Judas. I can't. Like the way it looks and just what it's promising and what they're trying to make. I'm just I want it so bad. Like I pray it's next year. I don't think it is. But if it is, oh, you gonna see me pop off like crazy. So it's definitely like out of everything, like just anticipated game in the future. It's definitely right now. I think Judas for me.
Nice.
Dope.
Just for fun, what do you think everyone's most anticipated game with no release date is? Well, we just now figured out Austin's one being Judas.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan, I feel like it's still Fable. I feel like it's still Fable. Or no, it might be Witcher 4.
With no date, it's Witcher 4 for sure.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, no, it's not. No, it's not.
Next game.
Well, do we count part 3 of Final Fantasy 7? Like, do we really count? Because that's more than Witcher 4.
Ooh.
Yeah, than that,
Okay.
and then Witcher 4, and then probably because I really hope it doesn't get to. But there's part of me that thinks Fable might get delayed again. I hope not. God, I hope not. But
chance.
Because Playground, like you're also doing Forza, and it's like which one are you actually gonna like?
They're just gonna pull an Obsidian, bro. Don't worry about it.
I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna lock in.
I hope so. That's what I need them to do for me.
Xbox is really pushing next year on like this is our best year, and I think they're gonna pull it off. I think they'll get all 4 of the big games we're expecting to come out, and I think Clockwork's in there too.
It'd be fire. It'd be awesome.
I think they're gonna have,
and I think a
like,
Fallout remaster's in there.
huge.
I think a Fallout remaster's in there.
I wouldn't be shocked.
New Vegas.
Wouldn't
No,
be
it's gonna be
shocked.
3. Fallout 3.
Yeah.
I'll take a 3 reskin.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
I want y'all to try and guess my most anticipated without a date right now.
I know they've been talking about it. It's gonna happen. Alan Wake 3.
Oh, what the heck? That was.
They've talked about it. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, okay. I meant like.
Okay.
Like.
It's
couldn't,
like been
like,
announced, but like no
like,
date.
Yeah. It's of course gonna happen at some point, but nowhere near like.
But like
confirmed.
actually like been shown.
Yeah.
And,
without a date is what's getting me. I feel like a lot of your hype ones are like almost confirmed right now that I'm thinking of. So
Here, I'll give you a hint. Out of my top 10 most anticipated games, only 2 of them are not 2026,
Mhm.
and one of them is Clockwork Revolution. So
Yeah.
what do you think is the other one being the most high one?
Fizzent.
Would it maybe
Jordan's gonna smack his head when I say
would it maybe be Gears?
no.
I feel like Gear. Oh, okay. All right.
You're both gonna smack your head when you.
No.
That's
I got this, baby. I got this. So like, okay, so they don't have years at all.
No, I got no timetable for this. I just know it's happening, and I'm ready. We got a trailer for it this year.
Oh, is it a Star Wars game?
Nope.
Okay. We got a trailer this
It's
year.
actually Lego Batman. No.
Yeah, buddy. Okay. Sure. I believe you. Man, now I really want to get it because I'm like, we're gonna smack our heads over it. It's like it should be pretty obvious.
Yeah, I'm surprised Jordan didn't clock it immediately, honestly, because we've talked about it multiple times about how crazy that it even is a thing.
I'm drawing such a blank.
Y'all like smack your head so bad.
Yeah, probably. But like, God, I feel like we've talked so much, and I'm like, I can't bring like another one to my mind right now.
Think of my favorite games of all time, people. Think of it, and it might give you a light bulb.
Okay, so we got. Of course, we've got Returnal. We got PlayStation in the mix. We got. Oh come on, man. Okay, we got Returnal, Kojima. It's not OD. We've got. I'm just thinking of PlayStation right now, but then we've got. Wow. I feel really. This is really sad.
Yeah,
me,
no,
like,
bad friend. I don't. Your top games are ones that I know either for sure nothing has been talked about.
I'll tell you
about
right
them,
now, it's
or
right
they're already
after
confirmed.
Resident Evil, and it's before Pragmata on my list.
Oh, you mean on the? I thought you meant in terms of like release.
No.
calendar.
Like in terms of how high it's on my list, like it's right after. It's number 4. It's number 4.
It's before, or what is it after? Which one?
After Resident Evil, it's before Pragmata.
Oh, so it's real up there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm blanking.
It's not. It's not EA.
It's a sad day, boys. It's a
not-
sad day
It's
It
not
is.
EA. Then
It
it's
is, but-
not. It's not Xbox.
for the Johnny
then.
Merck community out there. I'm sorry.
Well, because you said Clockwork, so it's not Xbox. It's PlayStation has. I don't think. Is Wolverine there?
That's
No, but that
2026.
has a release. Man, I'm stumped. What has been shown? Okay, it's got to be something that's been a long time. It ain't no Arc 2. There ain't no way. That
not,
game ain't
not
gonna
anymore. 2028, bro. Do you want a hint? I guess.
Sure, hit me.
It's a sequel to
Uh-huh.
a game that came out in the last 2 years, and it was nominated for Game of the Year.
2 years. Okay, so we're talking.
Not a direct
Um,
sequel, but
So
like
that
a
was
but like a
Bal-
spiritual
was-
sequel.
That
Like
was
it's in the
Baldur's
same
Gate
franchise. though.
3. That was Baldur's Gate 3 years. So what else was in there? You had Baldur's Gate 3. You
In the last
had,
2 years, so it could have been last year or 2023.
Oh, is it part 3 to Final Fantasy?
No.
Okay. We actually haven't got a trailer for that. God. Okay, so that was Baldur's Gate 3. That was.
I'll give you a hint. It's an Eastern developer.
Oh, great.
Oh, freaking
Wukong?
Wu Dang or whatever the heck it's called.
Yeah, is it
Sheesh. Yeah,
game
that's
from,
got to be it. That's
yeah,
got to be it.
Science? Game Science?
Yep.
Or,
Black Myth, Zhangqi.
Yeah, Wei Dong,
okay,
like I said.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
And then just
Yeah,
say
because
the
that
other
was
one.
so fast. That was so fast.
I know. I know. Oh,
Yeah. That's why it wouldn't come to mind because like that happened so quickly.
Yeah,
it was almost like, oh
I know.
wow,
It's hard to
sheesh.
believe. It's even
Like
a
that.
thing. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I mean, I get it was like an actual like year apart technically, but still, it's like sheesh. Like
Yeah.
your last game just came out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm telling
okay.
you that DLC ain't coming out. That the DLC got turned into the next game.
That's they just took a freaking page out of Elden Ring and was like, you know what? Let's not make it a DLC. Let's just make another game. Let's just call that. We worked really hard on this, guys. Let's just change the main character.
Let's just sell
And,
20 million copies again real quick. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm saying.
oh man. All right. Well, that's gonna do it. I know this one went a little bit long, but we haven't had one in a while. We had a lot. But
So
we'll
I
be
can
back.
Cut some stuff out. If
We'll
need
be back for a part 2 where will not be as long of an episode because we literally only have one topic. We're just going to be updating our top games of all time, top studios of all time, top companies, whatever, all that stuff, top characters, whatever we want to do. But yeah, anyway, anybody got
And
anything else to
eventually-
add? Oh,
Yeah, and I mean, eventually we'll get into the news. We'll
yes.
cover some.
Starting
some topics that have
2026,
come up.
we'll be covering every week news, game reviews, stuff like that, all that good stuff. And we're gonna try and keep it between an hour and hour 30 once we've like finally like settled into everything, and we're not trying to like play catch up or do recaps of whole years and stuff like that. So, but anyway, this was good for first one, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. Anybody got anything else to add?
Stick around,
No.
have some fun, subscribe, chill. Let us know what kind of things you would maybe want to have us talk about other than news. Maybe if you have any suggestions on things you'd like to see us do. I know we've talked amongst ourselves a little bit about like, you know, all of us like hosting individual episodes and like having things to do. So if there's like other cool things you'd like to try to see us maybe work into that, we'd be open for suggestions.
If you want to
know.
hear Jordan rant about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 for an hour
I'll do
straight,
it.
he'll do it.
I'll do it.
He'll do it.
I'll do it.
Because I won't,
I'll do it.
but he will.
Yeah.
So,
You know what I
I'll
mean,
do it.
you got the RPG merchant over here ready to go.
yep,
I'll do it.
Yep.
Man, just
I'll,
play.
st- I'll start another playthrough tonight. I just bought all the DLCs a couple days ago. I'll start a playthrough tonight.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, just play what you like. Play
your
what
way.
you want.
Play away.
Try
your
a
way,
bunch
guys.
of things. I mean, this year has been one of the best, and like for me, in terms of releases, one of the best years for gaming. I've absolutely loved 2025. Just
Banger
play
year.
whatever you're interested in if you can afford it. I know times are getting tough with all the prices and everything in the world going to crap, but just put your head down and just push through and just invest and play and really invest your time into your hobbies. And if you love gaming as much as we do, just do what you can and
Try
that
not to
be a
get caught
way
up
to-
in all the social media and
Yeah.
the online antics and propaganda. And
Yep,
politics and stuff.
I'm not even going to mention it, but there's a couple of things with a couple of these studios in the news the last couple of days that I've intentionally not talked about for a reason, and I don't want anybody else to bring it up either. We're just here to talk about the stuff we like.
Yep.
So
Yep. For sure. But,
But
all
great
right, well,
year.
that's gonna do it.
excited
Yep.
for more content and
That's right.
For those that come after.
those who come after.
Hang on, wait. Trying to think of a.
Ooh.
What the heck? I'm trying
Man,
to.
soundboarded.
I'm trying to. Hold on. I'm really struggling here.
Oh man.
You know, I think I'm gonna say this. Jordan's gonna know exactly what I'm doing. But this makes no sense. This is just the only thing I can think of. Same as it ever was.
I don't get it. I really don't. This is an inside joke that I have no idea of.
It's not even an inside joke. It's just a reference to like to It's a Death Stranding 2 reference. It's
Oh.
Troy Baker's character. You've actually seen it. It's in the trailer when he's talking to Sam. He's like, "Same as it ever was," and he's just like, he does like a little shoulder dance with it, and he's just like, "Oh man."
I may remember. There's so much stuff that happens in that trailer though. Where
I
I'm
was
just
trying to
like,
think.
oh.
I was trying to think of a line from Death Stranding 2, and the only one I can think of is "Same as it ever was." Oh man, funny man.
I went with "Let That Young."
Oh, you know what? Yo, I
Know.
appreciate you. Actually, I appreciate you.
There's no pretending. Oh man.
I appreciate you both shouting out Death Stranding 2. The Tomorrow Comes. Tomorrow was a great character in Death Stranding 2. Whoa, never mind.
Fanning.
Anyway, all right.
I'll get it. Yeah, hey, that's fine.
Have a
though.
good one.
Tomorrow was terrific.
Tomorrow was great. Anyway, all right. Thank y'all
Later,
for
guys.
tuning in, guys. Peace.